was a collective sigh of relief amidst the standing ovation for Ray Bourque Tuesday night. The Bruins captain was back after missing 4 games in the opening round, and it didn't take him long to make his presence be known.
Ray Bourque hoping to steady things down as Young goes after him. Bourque works it up to John Bice, the rookie. Off to Carter. Carter unbatted. Sneaks in. Shot. Saves Sidorkovich. Score on the follow-up. Bice, his first in the National Hockey League. John Bice, the rookie, after a rush by John Carter.
Bourque assisted on John Bice's first NHL goal, and the Bruins never looked back. Behind the strong goaltending of Andy Moog, the Bees finally buried the upset-minded Whalers 4 games to 3. Just when you thought it was safe to celebrate, guess who's in town looking to spoil the party? Who else but the Montreal Canadiens, the third-place Montreal Canadiens. It sounds a bit strange, but you can forget about it. The Habs knocked the Buffalo Sabres back to earth in convincing fashion. They've had a few days to rest, and an old nemesis, Patrick Roy, is as hot as a pistol. It's springtime in the hub, and that means the Bruins and the Canadiens are due to butt heads again.
Here comes Wesley over the line. Ludwig fell down. Wesley moving in. Shot. Scores! Wesley scores! And the Bruins lead 3-2!
What a goal by Glenn Wesley!
If there was a game, a moment that captured the spirit of the Bruins' 89-90 season, this was it. A remarkable 3-goal comeback in the game's final minutes. All the more impressive was that it came at the expense of the Canadiens. This was a win that told the Bruins anything was possible. And if a run at the Stanley Cup is in the cards, it's only fitting that the Bees must first best Montreal. Up next, a springtime ritual as the Boston Bruins square off against the Montreal Canadiens. It's the Adams Division Finals, live on NESN. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the Boston Garden, where tonight the Bruins and Canadiens will open up the best-of-7 Adams Division Final Series. Bruins taking the season series from the Canadiens, 4-3-1, which is a far cry from a year ago when the Canadiens were 7-0-1 against Boston. As to try to figure out why the Bruins were able to do better this year, Claude Lemieux says they were aggressive but in control, where maybe a year ago they played a little bit out of control. Craig Ludwig said without a doubt they're the most consistent team in the league this year. But now that the playoffs are here, the keys change a bit. For the Bruins, they've been struggling 5-on-5. Gordy Clark says they'll certainly have to improve their even strength offense if they hope to do well against Montreal. The Canadiens, on the other hand, have been struggling on the power play. And considering this series should be a physical series and the officials have already told both clubs they're going to call everything, well, the power play certainly could be a key factor, and Boston has been thriving there. The goaltenders for Game 1, Patrick Roy in goal for Montreal. Andy Moog will be in goal for Boston. For a closer look at this one, let's go up to the booth right now with Fred and Derek.
Thank you, Dave. And one of the keys certainly has to be defense. This is a very young Montreal defense.
Well, what they got some injuries, especially with Chelios out. So those defense, the Bruins have got to get on Montreal's defense. I mean, with some energy and some enthusiasm, double team the puck carrier, make them cough it up, make mistakes, make them sure when they're going to go back there for the puck in their own end, they're going to pay the price.
And an excellent series by Cam Neely against the Hartford Whalers, and Cam Neely is definitely a key.
One of the major keys. He is the one that really puts the puck in the net, makes the power play go. He draws a lot of attention when he's on that power play, allows Janney some freedom to come up with the finesse moves. Cam Neely's got to play another strong series.
And with their concentration on defense, the Montreal Canadiens, they look to a goal scorer, and they've had one this year in Stéphane Richer. And he continued right into the playoffs against Buffalo, as he has 5 goals.
Stéphane Richer is an excellent hockey player. Tremendous speed. The ability to handle the puck is what makes him so dangerous. You think you have him. You think you got him covered. If you ever take a peek at the puck, he's going to beat you. You just cannot give up on him. You've got to take the body whenever possible. If you play the puck, he's going to own you. He's Montreal's offense. Him along with Corson are going to create a lot of offensive opportunities 5-on-5 that the Bruins are going to have to be leery of.
And the big April matchup, ready to go. Game number 1, Boston and Montreal. Opening face-off in just a moment.
Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by Budweiser, the king of beers, who reminds you it makes good sense to drink responsibly. Know when to say when. And by your New England area Century 21 offices. Put your trust in number one, Century 21. And by Nissan, building cars for people who want more than just a means of getting from here to there. Nissan, built for the human race. And by Sullivan Tire Family Car Care Centers, because family spirit is what Sullivan is all about. Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to the Boston Garden. Let's quickly take a look at who will not be dressing tonight. For the Boston Bruins, well, they have a lot of players on hand, and therefore a lot of players who will sit. There's the long list. Peter Duras has seen a lot of action in the first round of the playoff series, as did Jim Weemer. And Greg Johnston and Greg Hogwood also saw some action. For the Montreal Canadiens, the tough guy Martinson will not play. Matthew Schneider out of Rhode Island with a shoulder bruise is out. Peter Svoboda, late scratch. He has the flu. Matt Naslund, a groin injury, not expected back for a game or two. And Shane Corson is playing. It should be Stefan Lebeau who is not dressing. Shane Corson is starting, in fact, tonight with Brian Skrudlin and Mike Keane, not Stefan Richer. What do you make of that, Turk?
Well, that's a move. I think he just didn't want to start him. Wants him to come in late. You may see Keane go right off the ice. Wants to, Pat Burns trying to feel Mike Milbury a little bit to find out how he wants to play his big right winger. But Chris Chelios will play tonight. First time in 26 games, I believe.
Yeah, that's a long layoff to come back for playoff-style hockey. Right now, at center ice, he's been in playoff mode since mid-season. Rene Rancourt to perform the Canadian and American national anthems.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing heart we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
we're set to go with game one of the Adams Division Finals. Let's take a look at the officiating crew for tonight's game. The referee will be Andy Van Helleman. There's Andy. Wayne Bonney and Ron Finn will be his linesmen. The backup official tonight, Ron Hogarth. In the Montreal cage, the familiar personage of Patrick Roy. Says the Boston Garden is his favorite place to play. He loves it the way the crowd's on him. And when the crowd gets on him, he says that motivates me to do even better.
Oh, good. Then don't talk to him.
And Andy Moog, who's outstanding in Game 7 against Hartford, as well as the entire series. He gets the call again tonight from Mike Milbury's Boston Bruins. We're set to go. His friend
Bob Sweeney and Brian Skrudland on the faceoff. Cleared in all the way to Patrick Roy. Back for it, 20-year-old defenseman Eric Desjardins. Maybe inexperience in the Montreal defense could be a factor, but they have played well so far. And Ludwig clears it in, and the play is offside.
Bruins seem to be trying to pick him up deep, Dave.
You're right, Turk. Let's talk about that in just a second. Got to take care of business first. This copyrighted program is brought to you under pay cable TV rights granted by the Boston Bruins solely for the entertainment of our viewing audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of the accounts and descriptions of this game without the written consent of the New England Sports Network and the Boston Bruins is prohibited. The Bruins, in taking a look at the videos from the Buffalo-Montreal series, noticed that the Sabres waited at neutral ice for the Canadian defenseman to come out, and they burned him throughout the series. So Boston is going to go in hot and heavy after the Montreal D and not let them get going.
And now the Dave Poulin line out with Christian on the right and Burridge on the left, and Richer is out there with Skrudland and Corson. That will be the combination as Desjardins clears it in. Ray Bourque back for it, and Corson tried to line him up. The Bruins clear it out. Burridge is after Desjardins. Around the boards, a hard hit, knocked him off the puck. Burridge able to keep it in. Poulin takes a hard hit from Ludwig, who of course is a veteran defenseman. And breaking it out now, Skrudland for Corson. Corson allowed to penetrate to Skrudland. Walked right in, and Moog saved. Boy, the Bruins were caught there. And Burridge to center ice, drops it off for Poulin. Poulin back for Burridge, and he is tied up and taken to the boards hard by Daigneault. Falls on the puck. No whistle by Van Helleman. And the puck loose. Poulin is wrapped up. And it's back for Galley. Galley unloads, and it's blocked by Ludwig. That will be another key in the game, the number of blocks by those Canadians, the Carbonneaux. Galley back over the line, goes deep, tripped on the play by Dufresne, taken down. Behind the net, Carter with it. Couldn't set up Carpenter. Gets away from Carbonneau, though. Still holds away from Dufresne. Looking for Bice, doesn't work. Galley keeps it in. Canadians trying to come out, and hard checking by Boston. They roll it across the corner, and Daigneault able to clear it out. Bruins throwing their weight around at center ice. It is picked up by hard-working John Carter, fed in. Bice going for it. It deflects into the stands at a faceoff.
Claude Lemieux just trying to find somebody to hit. He had Carter lined up, but he ended up shooting it in the penalty box. Good shift by the Bruins there.
Boy, this should be a very even series.
No doubt about it. And then the Bruins have a little bit extra in the offensive department. Patrick Roy. Ray Bourque took exception to that. Right there, great save by Moog.
Dangerous to see a guy like Skrudland walk right in.
Just waited for him. Didn't give up the short side, stuck his blocker at it.
Neely Janney propped the Boston line. Smith on the faceoff. He has Keane and Lemieux on the wings. Smith waved out. Janney now and Lemieux.
Watch Claude on Craig Janney. See if he tries to work that left shoulder.
Cross-check will do.
Ray Bourque with it. Now to Peterson. Peterson over the line. Keane after him. And he's broken up by Chelios.
Keane's going to get
Keane.
a good slash, and he got called for it. He let the Dufresne's trip on Galley go.
Well, there's Chris Chelios making his first appearance in the playoffs.
Kind of snuck out there along the boards.
Big Al Peterson gets through the slash. That was too mean and too tough to let that slow him down. That's kind of a useless penalty, a dumb penalty to get out of it.
He fooled him. Keane actually thought he'd look at Peterson and say, well, he's going to dump it in. And then Al took the stride. And then Keane was beat, so he got a little aggravated, I think. A little cheap shot.
Now the face-off now to the right of Roy. Ryan Walter on the draw with Carpenter. Carpenter there, Bourque, Neely, Janney, Wesley. Cut down. Carpenter trying to cut it, get a shot, can't do it. And Chelios able to fire it out, and he is belted down, and a penalty on Neely. Neely going out for belting Chelios.
It's a solid hit.
And that will nullify the power play. And the veteran Andy Van Hellemond, his 14th Stanley Cup Series. He's already officiated, of course, and he's 41 years old. And the veterans handling this one, and he sends out a board check, Neely.
Chelios has got this puck squirting away from him. Neely could have got a lot worse than two.
Gee.
He hit him hard.
He had him with the elbow.
Now Walter going to Neely. Now Neely stops. Then Walters kind of calms it down a little bit. I don't blame him. I'd calm it down too.
Sure. Well, you know, I think you're going to see a lot of this in the early going. As the series goes along and a team gets closer and closer to being one game away, Derek, this kind of stuff will simmer down. But I think a lot will be established.
The score will dictate how that behavior goes.
Poulin gets the draw to Wesley as he outfought Carmino for it. Wesley starting out. Each team short a man. Wesley forced back by Carmino, one of the fine forecheckers in the National Hockey League. Bruins trying to work it out. Prop passed it away, but it is the Canadiens. Desjardins. The clear-in. Desjardins just 20 years old. And around the boards, Poulin can't move it out. Desjardins gets a shot in on Moog. And Courtnall gets the rebound. Moving it in, blocked, kept in by Ludwig. Pass across, knocked away by Prop and Bourque. Bourque trying to come out with it. Forced back. Ray Bourque, quite obviously, is not. Here's a trip. And Courtnall going out. Wesley is spilled. And we're talking about Ray Bourque. He obviously is not 100% and is playing a conservative game back there on defense.
Very good observation, Fred. He's not. What he's going to do is, I'm talking with him, he's going to give it up early. He's going to make the easy play, the quick play. Right here's the button curl right there. Courtnall pulls out Wesley's feet, says he didn't. Right here is complaining, spits out the mouthpiece, so he can enunciate better, I guess.
Well, we mentioned at the outset of the telecast, the officials have told both clubs, look, we're going to call it tight. We're going to call everything, so nothing should come as a surprise.
Right, and this is obviously, that's why I was waiting on the first one with Dufresne on Galley. I figured a little dump he's going to call it. But the hit on Chelios by Neely started it all. And now they're going to call everything, David, and rightfully so. This series could get very ugly. People pay good money to see stars play. They don't need them hurt.
Skrudland is the lone forward. It's a 4-on-3. And they have Dufresne and Daigneault on defense. Daigneault played with Vancouver and with Philadelphia, but very little playoff experience. Bruins try to capitalize on that Montreal defense. Ray Bourque over the line. Moving over, closing. Still closing. Now to Janney. Janney, the quarterback, in a man advantage. Boston off for Bourque. Bourque unloads, save, and the rebound knocked away by Daigneault. Bruins couldn't pounce on it. Janney looking for Bourque, but it is away from him, and you can see Ray Bourque labor a bit skating.
Hey, Craig Janney took a chance there. That was almost a tremendous play.
Bourque gains the line. He's not kept in now by Galley or Janney. Man advantage. 7 seconds, though. They'll get a man back. Bourque's pass blocked by Skrudland and knocked outside the line. Christian winding up now. Montreal has a man back. Christian over the line. Going with Janney. Janney again trying to feed the point man Galley, and it doesn't work. Now quickly Boston on the advantage again. There were 2 Montreal penalties, of course. 40 seconds left on this one. No score in the game. And Dufresne able to clear it out. Taken by Galley to Wesley. Galley starting away now to Wesley. Up for Neely, off wing, over the line, going deep. Moves it behind the net. Daigneault hit. Neely digs it free. Can't set up Galley. And the Canadiens break it out. Daigneault stopped by Galley though, but the Bruins not getting scoring bids on Roy. 9 seconds left on the power play.
Bruins trying to work it down too low.
Here's a breakup, a steal. Carbonneau, the shot, the save by Moog. Big stop there. Carbonneau walked in. Full strength Montreal. Carpenter fires it in, broken up. Carbonneau clears it out. Back comes Carter. Carter a shot. Deflected by Roy into the stands. Boston nothing, Montreal nothing. On NESN, first period at the Garden.
Right here, excellent work by Guy Carbonneau to anticipate that play. Doesn't have any momentum going for him, so he opts to take the shot well out. Moog's got it in his sweater, shakes his arm loose. Right there, you've got to be careful of those little cut plays on Carbonneau. Much like Dave Poulin looks to steal the puck on a pass.
And the draw won by Smith in deep for Lefebvre. Another young defenseman broke it up. Neely, a shot. Oh, what a save by Roy. Janney set up Neely. Wrist shot. Drilled from about 22 feet, and Roy picked it off.
Think about Patrick Roy. He butterflies. He'll try to get the shooter, Derek, to go 5-hole, although it's not there. The way to beat Roy is up high, and Neely tries to get it up high. That's a glove save.
What it was is he found something there. He just played the percentages real well. Hands down low, legs shutting off the ice. Didn't get it high enough. Kind of shot it right in it, and the momentum and the weight of the shot pulls his arm back.
You hit the nail right on the head. He says the greatest percentage of shots will always be along the ice. That's
Bork
where he
shot
wants to
blocked.
be.
Bork again. This one blocked wide. And John Weiss, the rookie out of the University of Wisconsin, is knocked down as he's over on the boards. Courtnall trying to wrap it up. And finally it goes behind the net. Chris Chelios moving well. First game back. He had missed 27. Counting 6 against Buffalo. And he's playing with Svoboda out with the flu. Svoboda was the best defenseman for Montreal against Buffalo. Carpenter back. His shot goes wide. Chelios right back on it. Roy hit by Carter. That brought a stir. And the Canadiens break it back. A long shot there by Walter is wide. Boucher trying to get it. Bruins can't clear it. Bounces in front. Taken by Wesley. To Carter. Broken up by Corson. And Stephen Richer forced back. Ludwig now. 14-15 left, first period. A long one, all the way down wide. Andy Moog out of the net. Fires it up, not out. Desjardins fires it back in and misses the net. Canadiens Corson a shot, blocked wide. A drive by Desjardins, a great stop by Andy Moog on Desjardins. Right pad got it. Richer, Corson, hit by Wesley. Corson behind the net. Holding call on Wesley. Power play for Montreal as they put the pressure on Boston here, and Wesley is going. No score in the game. First period, NESN, Boston Garden.
Well, not much question in the penalty called against Glenn Wesley. Right there, he's got a good grip of Corson's stick. Full view of Andy Van Hellemond. Obvious holding call on the Bruins defenseman.
For the Canadiens, Skrudland with Richer on the left, Corson on the right, Daigneault and Desjardins. Poulin on the draw. That goes right back to Daigneault. Desjardins in for Corson. Pass in front, knocked away, not out. Ooh, Peterson had it, lost it, and the Bruins just able to get it out. Brian Propp, Dave Poulin, the penalty killers. Ray Bourque and Peterson on defense. Puck driven in, Bourque going, Richer after it. Poulin gets it behind the net to Bourque. Bourque Can't clear it. Stopped by Desjardins. Back in deep. Moog out of the net. Pokes it away. Skrudland fights Prop for it. Skrudland. Prop. Bork now. All along the boards. Poulin able to get it and clear it out by Desjardins, who tried to pinch in. 1:18 left on the Canadian power play. Their second. 8 minutes into the first period. No score. Mike Melbury sends Carpenter out with Carter now. Galley with Don Sweeney. Richer fires in. Rebound. Don Sweeney checked on the play. In deep by Corson. Digs it out. Not away. Desjardins for Daigneault. Daigneault puts it in the screen. It is blocked by Galley and cleared. Galley blocked it and cleared it. Desjardins back. He's checked on the play. Now McPhee over the line. McPhee, always a nemesis of the Bruins. Out there taken to the boards heavily by Galley. Galley gathers the puck in, ties it up, gets a face-off. 38 seconds left. The Canadiens without a shot here on this power play.
Gary Galley want to congratulate Gary and his wife Carrie Lynn on the birth of their daughter yesterday, Shaylin Galley. We certainly hope that mom and daughter are doing well.
Yes.
You know whose birthday
Exciting
we
time.
forgot last week?
Oh.
Liz White's birthday.
Oh, well. Happy
I don't know
birthday,
how
Liz.
that can be. I mean, she stalks you with brownies 300 out of 365 days of the year.
And a happy birthday to John Patrick McManus today, 4 years old, from his grandfather. Ex-Boston Cop.
Smith, Lefebvre, shot just missed, deflected. Chelios drills it, and what a stop by Andy Moog. Short side with the glove as Chelios ripped that one off.
This is Montreal's second power play unit, and unlike the first unit, the Corson line, the three forwards here, Derek, just try to get out in front of Moog and look for a rebound. Look at the three of them right out in front. Just out of your picture on the left is the third, Claude Lemieux.
This comes back to Chelios, who's unmolested back there. Andy Moog makes a great catch.
That's all that Chelios and Lefebvre will try to do is get a shot off and get it on goal, and the big three up front will try to get in a position where they can capitalize on the rebound.
That save was similar to the Neely save. Andy Moog playing percentages down low.
31 seconds left on the power play. Goes to the corner. Galley gets it to Poulin, and again he clears as Poulin won that face-off. Montreal 5 shots, Boston 2. This is the second Montreal power play. 20 seconds left on it, and we're 9 minutes into the first period scoreless. Smith with the big reach to Chelios, attacking. Checked by Don Sweeney. Bounces, Poulin able to clear it out. Chelios drops it in to the stands, and a face-off called, and 2 seconds left, and Wesley will be up.
Good hustle there by Neely and Poulin. Dave Poulin watching Neely. Come on, Bobby Smith, early. And then Poulin just almost steals it right here. Then he did the far end of the building. He just taps it out when he makes the right curl.
So far, not an up-tempo game, but this is the first one. And the Bruins, of course, coming off a great deal of excitement against the Hartford Whalers, which was definitely up-tempo in that first period. But it will build, no question about it. This is Montreal at Boston.
Well, I think patience is the call right now until that first goal is scored.
Bob Beers makes his debut. And full strength, Janney rushing. Lost it over the line, and when he did, the play is offside. And everybody back for Montreal there. No score in the game. First period on NESN at the Garden. Cam Neely out there on the faceoff. Janney and Prop on the line. Ray Bork with Bob Beers. Ray Bork, great versatility. He moves over the left side. Beers has to play the right side. Well, it's not written in stone, but he's a right-hand shot. Bork fires it in, and it is blocked. And injured Canadian Desjardins, the 20-year-older, blocking that Ray Bork shot.
Well, Montreal's going to run out of defensemen. Labotte is already out with the flu. Chelios just coming back. As great a defenseman as Chris Chelios is, just how up to speed is he coming back? Now for
Well, I've
Dufresne
watched
to go down.
the first few shifts. It looks like he's never missed a stride. Chelios, tremendous talents. What you do is, instead of carrying the puck, much like Ray Bork, what you do is you fold back and you make the easy play, head man the puck, let the puck do the work.
Well, the other man missing is Matthew Schneider out of Woonsocket, Rhode Island, who has been positively brilliant.
He's the big one to miss. Goal-scoring defenseman Matthew Schneider.
Desjardins, as you see, did
Strong.
not dress. He's dressed because of Schneider and Svoboda's absence. Dufresne with it. Trying to clear it out. Beers keeps it in now outside the line, drives it over the line, knocked away by Daigneault. McPhee. Courtnall, and they wrap it in. This is the big Boston line. They have to put pressure on this young defense. Beers pass blocked by Carbonneau. Carbonneau, a stalwart on defense as a forward. And Janney broken up by Carbonneau. Canadians playing very carefully. Neely stealing, keeping it in. Janney, Neely trying to make the play. It's knocked out. Ray Bourque trying to regroup. Pass up. Janney over the line. Prop going for it. And Daigneault. Prop goes in deep. Takes the hit. Now lost his stick. Trying to kick it free. Does to Neely. Right back to Galley. Shot wide. And Neely fighting to keep it in. But it bounces for McPhee. Coming 2-on-2. A 3-on-2 with a trailer. McPhee gives it off now for Daigneault. His shot blocked. Daigneault's shot blocked again. And bounces to Wesley. No score in the game. First period. Wesley's clear into the stands. 9:16 left in the first period. No score on NESN at Boston Garden. And the face-off coming up in the Boston end to the left of Moog. Sylvain Lefebvre, one of the young defensemen out there. He's 22 years old, 6'2", 187. He had 2 years in Sherbrooke, and he's been a stalwart this year. They lost Robinson and Rick Green retiring and playing in Italy or somewhere. And the Lefebvres and Dufresnes have come through. Here's Chelios. Lefebvre. Screen shot. Blocked wide. Kept in now by Gilchrist. Now for Ewan. A fourth line out there for Montreal. Up it goes on the right wing side. Byers can't get it. Lefebvre wraps it back in. Montreal keeping the Bruins at bay in a not exactly an up-tempo game. But Montreal wants it that way. And here's Chelios moving, clearing in. Gilchrist hustles in now. And Ewan jams it up in the corner. And a face-off call.
Yeah, the Red Sox are back on NESN Saturday afternoon at 2:30 when they travel to Milwaukee to take on Robin Yount and the Brewers. Be sure to join Ned Martin and Jerry Remy for the call as the Sox take on one of the top teams in the AL East. Don't miss Red Sox Digest at 2, followed immediately by the Sox and Brewers at 2:30 live on NESN.
Robert Yount, still playing.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever play golf with him? He is a great golfer. He could have gone to PGA school and tried to get his card. He is outstanding.
Buckles in the corner. There's a little shove at the top. Gary Galley not too happy about that.
Pulling on the draw. Richer rolls it in front. Knocked off Moog to Burridge. Burridge hustles out. Gains the line. Clears it in deep. Ludwig there. And now Corson. Corson up for Richer. Stéphane Richer tees it up. Deflected wide by Raymond Bourque, who has to pace himself, no question. Out comes Christian. Christian over the line himself. Broken up. The follow-up by Burridge. He can't cut in. Now gets it again. Gives it back to Bourque. Bourque, a shot. Left pad saved by Roy, and he ties it up. Dave Shea, NHL update.
All right, Fred, there's only one other game going on tonight, and that is game 1 of the Patrick Division Finals down at Madison Square. And Bernie Nichols has the only goal of that game as the Rangers lead the Caps in the first. This update has been brought to you by Budweiser.
Face-off coming up in the Montreal end. The shots are 5 Montreal, 3 Boston. And this is the way Montreal has played all year, losing Robinson and Green. Very conservative, very much close checking. And the forwards do a lot of work and take the pressure off the young defense.
Well, I think both coaches are accepting this pace. No one wants anyone to come out of the gate and blow them out 2, 3, 4 goals in the first period. It kind of settle into a seesaw battle, and what kind of strategy one or the other can come up with to break things open.
Neely takes the face-off. He's with Janney and Propp. Beers and Wesley inside the line. Bob Smith, the veteran, wins it for Dufresne. Out for Lemieux. Lemieux for Smith. Smith drops it in. And they change up Montreal. They want a different matchup against they want the checking line out there, and Janney over the line, and the play is called offside as Pat Burns made a change on the fly. He took Smith out of there. He wants more defensive play, and
he obviously doesn't want the big line against the big line. He'll go his checkers against Milbury's offense and vice versa.
Want to send get well wishes to a couple of real young Bruin fans. A little buddy Matthew Cates, who's back home after minor surgery in Linfield. That's Arthur Cates' son. Arthur runs the auxiliary press box here at the Garden. And Billy McDonald, who's always at the Garden, has been hospitalized, and I know he's watching tonight. We wish him a speedy recovery.
Well, Milbury takes his big line off, and Carboneau stays out there. The Carboneau checking line. The Bruins, Carpenter trying to set a play, but Carter is offside. Wesley trying to move it. Checked, and it deflects into the stands.
Well, what am I supposed to tell you now? How about Monday night at 9? Be sure to tune to NESN for the $300,000 WCT Men's World Doubles Championship Tournament. That comes your way from the Moody Coliseum in Dallas, Texas. Wouldn't that be a great place for John McEnroe to play in? This is the only tournament in the United States to feature the top doubles teams in the world playing for the largest per-team purse in tennis. So be sure to catch all the action Monday night at 9 on NESN, WCT Men's World Doubles Championship.
Keane is out, and Lemieux with Smith. The clear in. Back for it, Bob Beers. Up on the left for Carter. Carter now to Bice, and he can't hang on. Chelios checked by Carpenter, though. And Lefebvre clears it out for Smith. His pass deflected away. Center ice, batted around. Chelios gets it. Lemieux. Lemieux's pass blocked. Boy, nobody can get out of the neutral zone. Now it's back at the Boston end. Not exactly up-tempo. Close checking is one word, one phrase. Bice trying to come out. He can't connect with Carter. And Mike Milbury makes a change. 6:44 left in the first period. Chelios cranks it up. Now with Keane over the line. Back for a shot here by Lemieux and a save by Andy Moe. Lemieux with Bourque all over him. And Bourque is going out for holding. And another power play for Montreal. It will be their third. No score. First period on NESN at the Garden.
Sandy coast through center ice. Going deep. In on Worsley. Goal! It's 2-0. Sanderson scores again.
Drive it around and out. O'Reilly trying to block it with O'Connell. Gainey stops. Loses to Peterson. Quick shot. Scored! Barry Peterson. Rang it off the goal.
Here he comes along. Short-handed. He's in. He is stopped and scored by Sweeney in the follow-up. Sweeney, a short-handed goal.
Ray Bourque and Claude Lemieux will end up looking like a two-man luge team by the time they turn the corner.
Tell you what, that was hard work by Lemieux to get that wrist shot away, and he got good steam on it, too, through Bourque's legs. Lemieux just kind of sits down, Bourque goes with him. That if they're calling everything, they're going to call everything.
Sylvain Lefebvre.
This is
crunch
what
time.
The Bruins have to be careful of, double teaming a hit. One guy hit him, one guy trying to get back on the play.
If you're going to double team him, make sure you block the outlet pass.
Make sure you got the puck.
Desjardins shot, the save and the rebound. Galley checks it. It's batted and covered by Moog as Richer tried to stuff the rebound. Face off again in the Boston zone. Montreal on a power play. This is their third. Moog coming up big.
Right here, nobody gets to the point in time. There's the right leg save. Galley gets a poke check on it. Trickles loose. Moog just gets the... You see, Galley's got his stick down and protects the puck. Watch Galley's stick. This is what's going to save the goal. He gets loose, not now, but he's going to have to chop down on it when it gets right there. He puts it down. Doesn't allow Richer to get to that loose puck.
Raymond Bourque out for holding. 6:20 left in a scoreless first period. And the Canadiens with 2 shots there. Up to 8-3 against Boston. Carpenter is out. And it's kept in, knocked away by Ondeno. That was Carpenter coming aggressively after it. Now Propp replaces Carpenter. And Desjardins, a long feed in deep. Low to Galley, up the boards. Poulin able to clear it out as he's hit by Daniel. Poulin and Propp. Third Montreal power play. The Bruins are 0 for 2. Poulin takes it up. In deep. Back for Galley. Galley for Poulin. And Propp knocked down in front. A shot and a save by Roy. Poulin and Propp. What a story as they draw the penalty. A cross-check against Montreal, nullifying their power play. And Dave Poulin, a Derek Sanderson sweep check started all that.
Tremendous hustle by Poulin, but what he does is he sets him up with a little fake shoulder move, head move. Now he's coming out. Sees Poulin. Where's he going? What's he going to do with it? Now Poulin's on top of him.
Well, that player is 20 years old. Desjardins. The Bruins have to capitalize on that.
Yes, and right there, Poulin gets the play back to the point. Canadians still
there it is right there in front of the net, the cross check.
The Canadians still haven't touched it, I don't believe.
That was Daniel.
Propp's going to get a shot.
Right there, they touched
there they got it.
Daniel was the one.
I thought he kicked it out.
Now each team short a man. 5:40 left in the first period. Daniel cross-checking.
Boy, he's had a rebirth of his career since coming to Montreal, a former #1 pick of the Vancouver Canucks.
Bob Sweeney with Burridge, Galley, and Don Sweeney. Smith on the faceoff. Each team short a man. In 1:13, the Bruins will go on their third power play. And not too many of the power plays have been complete 2-minute jobs. Chelios able to clear it. Lemieux racing. Bob Sweeney starts it out. A good break. Out for Burridge. Heads for the net. Gets it back in. A backhander and a save. Big bid. Bob Sweeney for a backhander. Bruins battle. Keep it in. Burridge trying to make the play. For Galley. A shot. Very high. Rebound. Don Sweeney. Drives it up. Burridge hustles all over the place to Bob Sweeney. Bob Sweeney on the boards. Checked by Smith. Smith not known as the best defensive player in the world. And here's Burridge keeping it. Not quite in. Galley. Now to Burridge again. He's broken up. And Smith breaks with Lemieux. Lemieux coming in. For save by Andy Moe. On the forehand drive by Lemieux. Andy Moe coming up big.
Well, Andy was brilliant in the first period of Game 7. He is brilliant the first period tonight.
Bobby Smith and Lemieux. Rich says Moe just stays with the shot. He's focused, that's all.
Break your heart. Bruins got caught in a change of defenseman. Gary Galley over by the bench. That allowed Lemieux to break in alone.
Thought Lemieux in defense of him. He's got a much better shot than that, but he had to shoot it off the wrong foot. He wanted to make sure he got rid of it. Didn't have very much momentum going for him, speed.
Wow.
9 shots Montreal, 5 Boston, 4:48 left in a scoreless first period. Each team short a man. In 21 seconds, the Bruins will have a man advantage.
Nice play here, Sweeney to Burridge. Now, the dump play, soft pair of hands by Burridge. Sweeney had the right idea, try to get it upstairs on the fallen Roy. Just never got it over.
Kind of Bob Sweeney play that we didn't see in that Hartford series that we did see earlier in the season.
Yeah,
that's
they give and go.
Need out of it.
Gotta pump those legs, give and go. Get back in that hole, get the puck back.
Gilchrist and Keane with Dufresne and Ludwig inside the Boston line. Carpenter on the faceoff against Gilchrist.
Montreal doing an excellent job on faceoffs.
Janney will undoubtedly come out. Carpenter will probably stay as the Bruins want to go on the power play. Bob Beers with it. Carpenter won that faceoff. Beers holding. 14 seconds left. Off for Wesley. Out to Carpenter with Neely. Carpenter trying to go it alone. Broken up by Keane. Kicked back. Kept in by Wesley. In deep for Neely. Bourque is out. Bruins are on a power play. Bourque can't block it at the line. 40 seconds left on the Bruins' third power play. 4:20 left in the scoreless first period. Wesley and Bourque. Wesley starts out. Over the line. They let him gain the line. And then in deep. Keane back. Carpenter. Neely. Neely gets it back. Left point. Janney over to Bourque. Janney is at the left point. In the middle to Janney. Janney to Bourque. Bourque holding. Moving, and Janney moves up. Oh, knocked down in front. A wicked hit and hurt on the play is Wesley. Neely trying to keep it in. Broken up. Wesley limping, stays out there. Over the line. Canadians roll it in deep, and the offside is called, but the Canadians kill off that power play. But Wesley is shaken up at the Boston bench.
I wonder where Craig Ludwig was. Hey, Bruin fans, now you can show your support for the black and gold in the postseason with the official 1990 Boston Bruins playoff collection. 100% cotton t-shirts and sweat tops are available with the insignias of Ray Bourque, Cam Neely, or Andy Moog. All sizes are available, and orders will be shipped within 72 hours. To order your apparel, call 1-800-344-PLAY. T-shirts are $14.95, sweat tops $24, and you can add $3.50 for shipping and handling. The Bruins' 1990 official playoff collection. Call 1-800-344-PLAY today.
Wesley still bothered.
Wesley in front of the net. There's the slash. There's another one on the back of the clip of the knee. When you got a bone on the back of your knee, anyone can feel it on the inside, on the outside of your knee. Whoa, that gets hit, you're in trouble.
Puck driven in, and Poulin battling to keep it in. Can't set it up. Corson starts out. That was Dufresne who took him down, and it's Dufresne who leveled Janney and partially separated the shoulder. Bruins work it out. Poulin leaves it for Christian. Christian holding. Going deep. Forced wide by Lefebvre. It goes around the boards. Don Sweeney a shot wide. And the Canadians break it out. Coming hard is Corson over the line. Drops it for Skrudland. Broken up by Don Sweeney. He plays it to Corson. Corson puts it in front. Knocked away. And out comes Christian. 4 men up for Boston. Bourque trailing. Christian over the line. Puts it in front. Poulin is covered all the way on the play. And Lefebvre winds up. That was the back checking of Carbonneau that stopped Poulin. Did. Boston right back. Carter trying to move. He's checked immediately, and Gilchrist clears it in. 9 shots, Montreal, 5 Boston. 2:30 left. First period, no score. Bice trying to come out. He's checked. Galley trying to come out. Now Bice gets it away for Carter. Carter breaking. 3 Canadians surround him. He gets it over the line. Clears it in deep. And Carpenter going for it, but it is Montreal working it out. Gilchrist, good rush, center ice. Over the line for Walter. Walter chases it to the corner. Checked by Galley. Fought for behind the net. Gilchrist going. Bice going. Peterson in there. And it goes to Courtnall, who missed on the shot. 2 minutes left. First period, no score. Out to Carter. Carter trying to clear it in. Put it on the Montreal bench, and they all duck over there. And we had a chance. Larry Mulder, the president of the Boston Garden, to see the new executive suites of the new Garden, and 14 seats. Be marvelous. And a corporation president interested can call the new Garden Corporation and get a look at them as we did. They have one set up. It is just the way it's going to be in the new Garden.
Yeah, it's just around the corner here from the Boston Garden. Glenn Wesley getting looked at. You can call 227-1755. Take a look at them. They are absolutely sensational. And the plans for the new Garden are exciting. They got everything to go.
1:50. Wesley went to the locker room. 1:50 left in the first period. No score in the game. Beers on with Bourque. Up for Gould, and he is checked. Gets it free, though. Off the boards. Clears it in the corner. Ludwig fires. Now Roy out. Trying to clear it. Fires trying to block it. Bob Sweeney able to keep it in. Clear it around the corner. And Desjardins is there. trying to come out. Gets it out to Smith. Smith with Corson right now. Gets it to Corson for a shot that's just wide. Boy, he had the head up. He was looking for a spot. Baez is checked on the play by Lemieux. Bruins clear it out. 1:14 left. First period, no score. Ludwig winding up. Up for Corson. And it's cleared in. Don Sweeney there.
1 minute left of the period.
Checked by Smith. Checked again. And the puck fed up, and the Bruins break it up. Don Sweeney on the move with Burridge. Two of the smallest men. Burridge with it. A shot. Blocked in front. The Canadiens do that so often. Chelios blocked that one. And the Canadiens back. And it is Corson deep on Poulin. Near the net. In front. Blocked. Loose. And a penalty on Boston. Another power play for Montreal. It will be their fourth. As Corson had Poulin back on defense. Went roaring down the left side.
Misses the slash on Wesley, and he calls a hooking. Gonna wake up, Andy. Right here, he's gonna go, as he goes to the net, there's the hook, the delayed end of it. The pirouette is what was gonna drop him. He would have fallen on his own.
And this will be the fourth power play for Montreal. 37 seconds left in the first period. And Dave Poulin, top penalty killer, is out. Dave Christian will take the faceoff to the right of Andy Moog.
Great move. A great move there by Corson. He had good speed. He's outside. He realized he had Poulin by a stride. Drove to the net.
Skrudlin and Christian. Richer plays the point. 4 forwards. Bork trying to clear it, does. Chelios could not reach it. Chelios and Richer. Well, Pat Burns going with 4 forwards. Chelios rushes. Drives it in. The ricochet around on the boards. Carter trying to check it. Kept in for Chelios. Broken up by Carter and cleared out. John Carter really involved. Skates hard. Good penalty killer. Can create an offense. And it's 4 seconds left in the period, and that will do it. The Canadiens say enough. We will go to the second period. 1:24 left on the penalty against Dave Poulin. At the end of the first period, Boston nothing, Montreal nothing. Inhibition highlights in a moment.
It's 0-0 at the end of the first period of play. Game 1, the Adams Division Championship Series between the Boston Bruins and the Montreal Canadiens. Andy Moog exceptional in goal for the Bruins in that first period. The shots on goal, 9 for the Montreal Canadiens and 5 for the Boston Bruins. Ron Hogarth is the standby official at Boston Garden for this game. He's standing by with NESN's Dave Shea. David?
All right, Tom, you know I can speak for Derek. We've never met an official we didn't like, and that's why we're more than happy to have Ron Hogarth in with us tonight. Ron, the backup official tonight. He'll call game number 2. And as a backup official, are you like the next day's pitcher? Do you chart both teams and try to figure out what you're going to do?
Well, mentally, you take a look at the game. But again, we can't prejudge anything. You can sit down and you can watch films and you know what should happen, and these are athletes that are very unpredictable, so you really can't prejudge it. I'm aware of might be some little battles going on. I'm watching some of them brushing along the boards, and you know you're aware of that. But you have to go into the game an open-minded. It could be a game like tonight. They're skating pretty good. They're hitting pretty good. You just let them play, and they determine the game. We don't. No matter what you chart, it's up to them. Whatever they're going to do, I just have to react to.
Do you ever find yourself, Ron, making a reputation call? You know a guy's reputation, and something happened. You may not have seen it, and you figured it had to be bad.
Well, I've had a couple of calls. One of the players early in the playoffs, he said, I saw it behind my back. I said, it's amazing sometimes that what you can see. But you can't really you can't go by a player's reputation because if you do, you'll prejudge or you're prejudiced your thinking. You have to again react to everything. Obviously you know and I know the tough players in the league, but we can't. be prejudiced against them. They play it tough and hard, and if they do something that's against the rules, I have to just simply react to. That's really all it is. You react to the type of game that they give it.
Of course, the speed with which this game is played probably brings about cries of the use of instant replay to help the officials, more so than in football. How do you, as an official, feel about maybe having a replay to look at to try to help you?
All the officials, we've talked about this, and it's a league decision. It'll be decided, by the governors and the owners and the managers. But we are not against it. This is an age of technology, and it's amazing, all the camera angles and everything. I don't want the game to be slowed down, and I don't want to take the human aspect away from it, because most of the times, believe it or not, our calls are right. We're only human. We make mistakes, and myself and most of the referees would not be against the use of just strictly for goals. That's the big thing. The other stuff, of course, the fans are sitting at home and they see me let something go and you say, you bum, how could you miss that? Well, that's my judgment, and that'll never be taken out of the game. But as far as the calls on the goal, whether it crossed or not, sometimes we're blocked out by the goaltender or by the number of players. I've been in the league a long time, and these players are getting bigger, and trying to look over some of the defensemen, it's impossible. So as officials, we're not against the replay at all.
Ron, I wish we had more time, but maybe we can get you on again sometime and talk some more.
Thank you very kindly.
That's Ron Hogarth. He'll be the referee for game number 2. Tommy, let's go back to you.
Hey, David, doesn't seem like such a bad guy, does he? Boston-Montreal battling in the playoffs for the 7th straight year. This is game 1 for 1990 from Boston Garden. End of the first period, 0-0. The Boston Bruins and the Montreal Canadiens. I'll be back. We have some highlights for you from that first period next on NESN.
Behind the net to Sanderson, Orr! Bobby Orr scores, and the Boston Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
Comes in, it's knocked away, Park with it, scores! Brad Park wins the game! Brad Park, a rebound! 3-2 Boston. Steal by Jenny, Jenny in. Scores! Greg Jenny stole from Denico, went in, fake Burke, and made it 4-2.
Bobby Orr behind the net to Sanderson. Orr! Bobby Orr scores, and the Boston Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
The Sports Museum salutes 65 years of Boston Bruins hockey with an exhibition of rare Bruins memorabilia. Experience the black and gold, now on display at the Sports Museum, 1175 Soldiers Field Road, Boston, Massachusetts. For information and hours, call 617-78-SPORT.
It's Boston and Montreal, game 1 of their Adams Division Championship Playoff Series. Of course, it is a best of 7. We will have the second game for you here on NESN on Saturday night. By the way, that is a 7 o'clock start. 7 o'clock on Saturday at Boston Garden. In goal for Montreal tonight, who else? Patrick Roy, career 2.43 goals against in playoffs against Boston. Andy Moog, 1.89 or 9.8 for the Hartford series at work for the Bruins. Moog, the first really serious test.
Here's a breakup, a steal. Carbonneau, the shot, the save by Moe.
Montreal's power play has been basically ineffective in the playoffs to this point, but they got a strong effort right here.
Ex-Boston cop, Smith, Lefebvre, shot just missed, deflected. Chelios drills it, and what a stop by Andy Moe.
Canadiens with a shots advantage. It went to 8-3 Canadiens at one point, and they also had the edge in real quality shots.
Now the Burridge again. He's broken up, and Smith breaks with Lemieux. Lemieux coming in for a save by Andy Moog.
Give that first period to Montreal on points, but Andy Moog's work kept it even and scoreless. Off day today for the Red Sox, and then they move on to Milwaukee for the weekend. Last night, Roger Clemens went out on 3 days rest and won his 3rd straight ball game off the top of the season. K'd 9 in 6 1/3 innings. But Red Sox had to hold off a late surge by the White Sox to win it 7-5. Ned Martin and Jerry Remy are on the road with the ball club on their way to Milwaukee. Ned?
Thank you, Tom. The Red Sox in the middle of their first real road trip of the season. That thing in Detroit really did not count. And they have some problems, and they are going to have to address them going into the series against the Milwaukee Brewers, at least a team that they have seen. They're used to their pitchers. They're used to their hitters. Roger Clemens is Roger Clemens. 3-2 pitch. Got him. Clemens strikes out Sosa. John Dobson apparently is going to be all right. Boddicker, you got the big three. You still worry about the 4 and 5 pitchers. You worried a little bit more about the hitting, too.
Well, there's really not been any continuity this whole season so far. I mean, someday you get the hitting, someday you don't get it. You get the good pitching, you don't get the hitting with it. So it's really been kind of a mess all along. But you look at the schedule now, that's the thing. I mean, right now they're in a perfect situation because they got some teams they should be beating. You know, Chicago, Milwaukee's banged up a little bit, and it's a good time to take advantage of them. And then after that, you got a stretch of about 3 weeks where they're going to hit the West Coast teams, both out there on the West Coast and here in Boston. And if you're not hitting or not pitching when you play those ball clubs, you're in for a long, long time. So they've got to get it going quickly.
Back to you, Tom.
All right, Ned, Jerry, thank you. Last night, the Blues and the Oilers both grabbed 1-0 leads in their division title series out in the West. Tonight at Boston Garden, at the end of the first period, the Bruins and the Montreal Canadiens scoreless. It's 0-0 in New York. It's the Rangers and the Caps in the Patrick. We have an update on that one for you, and that's next on your New England Sports Network. Bruins, Montreal Canadiens, 0-0 at the end of the first period of play. The winner of this series, best of 7, goes on against the winner of the Patrick Division Series. That started tonight between the New York Rangers and the Washington Caps. That's at Madison Square Garden. The Rangers are out in front by a score of 1-0. The only goal of the game so far, right here, by Bernie Nichols. Blomberg with a slap shot. Nichols, the backhanded tip in. It comes at 11:04 the first period. Blomberg and Rochefort get the assist. There's the tip again. Slow-mo from ice level. That made it 1-0. They are underway in the second period now, and the score is now 2-0 Rangers. Not much to summarize on the first period at Boston Garden because it is a scoreless hockey game, but Montreal really had the advantage and has the shots on goal lead at 9-5, but not just the number of shots on goal, the kind of shots they've had as well. Andy Moog has kept the Bruins even in this hockey game so far with some just outstanding saves in that first period of play. 0-0, end of the first period. The second period about to get underway. We go back to the Garden. Fred Cusick, Derek Sanderson, and Dave Shea.
Thank you, Tom. Ready to go. Second period. No score in the game. Boston shorthanded. 1:24 left on the penalty to Dave Poulin. How Wesley got hurt.
Glenn Wesley, right there is the first slash. Now watch the one that hits him in the back of the knee. That just dropped you like a stone. There's a very small bone to the... Very small bone there. You can, in the back of your knee to the left, where he got it.
Well, something has to be done about Donald Dufresne. He and Lefebvre leveled Janney in Montreal and started that shoulder injury with a wicked hit by Dufresne. Never got a penalty. Did not get a penalty for this, and he's put Wesley on the sidelines. We don't know whether he's out the rest of the game or not.
I'll tell you, that's a dangerous bone.
Dufresne is 22 years old and had a couple of years in Sherbrooke, rookie defenseman this year. And Chelios now on the power play. Richer gets it over the line. Check. Carter trying to clear it. Can't. Skrudland for Lefebvre. Lefebvre checked on the play. The Bruins break it out. A lead. Carpenter with Chelios after him. And he's taken off the play, and no call there against Chelios. Down went Carpenter. Almost a clean breakaway there. Chelios got back and lifted the stick. An all-star move, no question about that.
No doubt about it. Was not a penalty either. I know a lot of people are going to say scream penalty, but an excellent defensive play. What a nice play here by John Carter. Gained the blue line, dumps it through. Carpenter takes it, cuts across Chelios. Now he just got the stick up under the arms. Bobby just can't get the stick back to the puck. Nice defensive play by Chelios.
See Carpenter put the leg lock on Roy and hopes if anybody can follow that up and pick up the loose puck, he'll keep Roy from getting back.
If Bobby had been able to keep it on his backhand and one-handed, there's the leg lock. You're not getting back in the net, Patrick.
Boston shorthanded, 52 seconds left on Poulin's penalty, just underway. In period number 2, no score. Carpenter and Carter, Bourque and Beers, and Wesley on the sidelines. Slashed twice by Dufresne, no call on that one. And this is the 4th Montreal power play. Over the line is Skrudland, broken up. Carter picks an opening.
Good play there by Bob Beers. Stood up on his man. Carter saw it coming.
Skrudland out now. A lead for Richer is offside. Too late in coming, and 23 seconds left on the Montreal power play.
What a great story, Bob Beers. Coming from a outstanding program at University of Maine, Sean Walsh. Great size. Nice selection by the Boston Bruins.
Cheektowaga, New York. Near Buffalo, I do believe.
Sure, it's near Buffalo.
And he played at the university one year at the University of Northern Arizona. And I said, gee, hockey there? And he says, yeah, in the highlands, in the mountains.
I can only think of one other NHL player out of there.
Right,
Greg
Adams.
Right.
Christian penalty killer. J.J. Daigneault works it over the line for Lemieux. Lemieux puts it in front, blocked by Beers. Beers trying to come out. Check. Still a battle for it. Boston shorthanded. 9 seconds left. Smith comes off the corner. But Daigneault shot blocked by Moog. And that left pad spread. And Lemieux keeps it in, shoots, and it's deflected wide. Boston at full strength. Courage out. Now for Christian over the line. Blocked. Look at the Canadians back there. Poulin pokes it in deep, but I tell you, 3 Canadians were back. Nobody gets trapped. 2 minutes into the second period. No score. Bobby Smith breaks it out. Over the line. Going deep. Galley after him. Puts it near the net. McPhee trying to set a play. Poulin breaks it up and clears it out softly. And Mike Milbury changes up. Well, Poulin stays there. Prop intercepts. Prop now to Raymond Bourque. And the Bruins break it out. Galley for Prop. He can't hang on. Ludwig is on with Desjardins. Around Neely trying to keep it in. But Prop can't do it. Cleared out. Bourque checks the play. Prop starts it with Bourque. Now Peterson over the line, right wing side. Drop pass Janney. Dangerous there by Peterson. And the Canadians get it now. Here comes Courtnall and McPhee. And Bourque broke it up. It goes in deep. Neely and McPhee to the corner. Courtnall hustles in. Able to keep it in. Checked and the puck outside the line. That was Raymond Bourque defensing there. Desjardins trying to move in. And gets it away from Peterson. Then is broken up by Neely. They keep it in. It goes to the corner, and Courtnall is there. Tough angle shot. Batted away by Moog. Not out. Centering pass. Courtnall gets it. Broken up by Bourque. Bourque for Janney. Janney over the line. Gilchrist after him. He cuts away, and his pass broken up by Gilchrist. Gilchrist back on Beers. Check. Goes down. And just tucks the puck underneath him. No whistle by Van Hellemond. Here's Lefebvre, a shot right on from the left point, and a save by Moog. Bruins without any shots on Roy in this second period. No score. A lead for Neely, barreling over the line, cuts right, wide, and the pass across is missed. Gould keeps it in, trying to set up a play with Sweeney. Gould gets it, drops it off. Corson checks Byers. Byers gets it away. Byers goes deep, puts it in front, blocked. What a marvelous defensive play by Skrudland. Covered the man and keeps possession. 4 minutes into the second period. Byers trying to set up Bob Sweeney in for a close-in shot. Chelios starts it away. Canadians 12 shots, Boston 5, and pretty good indication of the opportunities and good ones the Canadians have had. Moog has kept them at bay. 15:38 left, second period. Daigneault, Richer trying to move. Peterson. Now Skrudland on it. Checked by John Carter. Janney. Neely intercepted by Richer. Richer wheels back in front. Corson can't fire. Corson check, gets it to Richer. He walks in. He's broken up by Peterson. Puck loose. Richer again, right back. For a pass in and a shot across, and Skrudland can't put it home. The Canadians blowing some great opportunities here. Up to 13 shots. Bruins without a shot in the second period. And boy, the Canadians were set to pick their spot. Over the line comes Richer. A shot missed as he walked in. The Bruins were trapped. Bruins undermanned on defense with Wesley out. The Canadiens again. Smith back now for Daigneault. Peterson breaks up the play. Gets it to Bourque. And Bourque just able to get it out. And too many men on the ice, maybe. Montreal. Yep, that's it. A power play for Boston. No score, second period at the Garden on NESN.
Right here.
How did Strudlin miss
Alan
this
Peterson. Desperation kicked out with a leg. Now Cam Neely turns on the puck. Richer gets it. Waits a nice play down low. Now it's across the crease.
Bouncing puck, that's why.
Deflected off Bourque's stick. He didn't get a chance to get any wood on it with any timing. When he finally did get the stick, there would have shot it wide.
How important will this too many men on the ice penalty be?
Boston's fourth power play. They're 0 for 3. Montreal 0 for 4. Janney missed it. A pass up from Beers. Neely winds up. Now to Janney. Carpenter in deep. Back for Beers. Moves it in. But Galley, who was way in deep. Galley behind the net. Checked by Desjardins. Pops loose. Knocked to the corner. Galley one-hands it in. Ludwig hold in. Janney checking. Ludwig able to clear it, but into the stands on the face-off to the right of Patrick Roy. And the Bruins with more giveaways a couple of minutes ago in the sequence than they made in the entire Hartford series. I mean, in their own zone, kept coughing it up.
It seemed toward the end of the first period, and especially since the start of the second, Derek, that the Canadiens are making the transition from defense to offense a lot quicker and a lot smoother than Boston is. They're just turning and going. When the break is there, they're all back, and boom, they're off. And the Bruins haven't seemed to be able to turn and go from defense to offense as effectively.
Bruins are hesitating a little bit. Montreal's head-manning the puck to the loose man, the open man. They got 4 down low, but they got the one safety valve, and they know where he is. And when they do have trouble with the puck, they bounce it, whack it, kick it in that direction, and they've got somebody unmolested to take it out.
Dufresne slashed Wesley, did not get a penalty in the first period. We have not had a report on Wesley, and he has not returned to action since. He will return, is the word. It's back to Galley. Power play, 1:20 left on it. To Bourque. Over to Galley, left point man. For Bourque, in the middle, a shot deflected wide off Neely. Got a stick on it. Carpenter in the corner. Checked on the play. Neely digging. Neely gets it. Wheels it in front. Can't get a hard shot away, though. And Keane is able to clear it out. Under a minute left on the Boston power play. Neely away to Janney. Over the line on Ludwig. Back for Bourque. Bourque cuts in. Right in. Looks. Save. Oh, what a save. And that puck. It was Carbonneau grabbing it and tying it up. I want to tell you, he just pounced on it. And he penalty. Handling the puck. Obvious call against Carbonneau. A 2-man advantage for Boston. You can't run with the puck like that or slide with it for 10 yards.
I thought for a second Andy wasn't going to call it because he pointed toward the crease as if that's where the puck's being whistled dead.
Well, if he's very lucky, he didn't call it whistled in the crease. He blew it prior to him getting there. And if he's down, he's got his hands on it in the crease, it's a penalty shot. But Guy Carbonneau, 2 years ago in the playoffs with Boston, did the same thing. But when the delayed whistle came, he picked it up and threw it out. See, he's lost his stick. Carbonneau goes down, gathers it in.
Why hasn't Carbonneau gone to the box?
He will.
Oh, I think he's going to the dressing room.
And he may be getting
He may have gotten a misconduct.
It'll be a lot longer than a misconduct.
Yeah, you're right, Derek.
If it's 2 and 13, he'd still be here. He must be getting a stick or something, equipment repair. Going for equipment repair.
Russ Courtnall has gone into the box to serve the penalty for Carbonneau.
Right there, Ray Bourque tries 5-hole. Patrick Roy takes it away from him.
Right
the
there,
Bruins are going to have to start going crossbar on Roy. regardless, I know it's very tempting. You hit that hole between the legs. It's in the net, but...
Well, especially with the way Montreal kills a penalty. They are content to allow you to move the puck around the perimeter and shoot from the points. The idea is to sag in around Neely so he can't hurt you, and also have 4 sets of legs out in front of Roy, knowing that a lot of traffic, and 9 times out of 10, the shot won't even reach their goaltender.
A 2-man advantage for Boston. Christian out there now with Janney, Neely, Galley, and Bork. Skrudland on the draw against Christian. 13-11 left, second period, no score. And the draw deep for Dufresne. Trying to clear it out, they do. A big play by Daigneault. Skrudland, Daigneault, Dufresne. Bork for Galley. Galley clearing in Rawat there. Knocked it away, Galley gets it. Back for Bork. Bork for Janney. Holding. Neely open. Can't get the shot away. Able to keep it in, though. Janney holding. Watched by Skrudland. Now to Bork. In for Galley. Has to chase it. 1 second. Bork just able to keep it in. Janney with it. 1 man back, Montreal. Bork fires. Pop. Rebound. Janney. Trying to set up Christian, can't. Bork fires. Pop. And cleared out. 1:05 left on the second penalty. Richer out. Boston on a power play. Neely. Off now for the rookie, Bob Beers. Clears it in. Christian, Walter, check. Bork keeps it in. Bork over to Beers. Right point man. Back for Bork. Bork broken up. By McPhee. Beers back for Neely over the line. Holds. Check. Janney with it. Janney looking for Bork. Dropped it back. Christian just able to keep it in with Beers. Beers moving up. In deep for Janney behind the net. In front. Neely was covered. Never had a chance. Bork clearing in. Janney there. 15 seconds on the power play. And the Canadiens able to tie it up behind the net. 11:21 left in the second period. Glorious chance for Boston with the 2-man advantage. They failed to get a shot off them. And now 11 seconds left on the power play. The total shots are 13, Montreal 8 for Boston.
Big crowd out in front of Patrick Roy. Dave Christian's out in front this time around. There you see him right of your screen.
Now he comes to the front of the net. Tries to get by Roy. Couldn't get a handle on the rebound. Janney's got it. Loses his balance a little bit. Skrudland coming through the crease to help out. There's the shot.
I think the only way you really can beat this Montreal penalty killing unit, Derek, is to have somebody stationed on the far side for Patrick Roy. It's a bang-bang play. Yeah, that or deflection out in front. It's going to be a lucky goal if it's from outside.
Yeah, I'm afraid if Patrick Roy gets to see it, he's going to stop it.
Poulin is out there. Carbonneau's in the penalty box now. Skate adjustment. Bice. Burridge looking at Carbonneau. Don Sweeney and Beers. No score in the game. 11:21 left. Second period. Poulin and Skrudland. Helmet to helmet. Skrudland wins it. Ludwig clears it. That'll do it on the power play. Don Sweeney for Poulin. He's checked. Beers trying to move now. Broken up. Gets it again. Gives it to Burridge. Burridge back. Pass stopped by Keane. He's broken up by Poulin, who clears it in. Burridge knocked down by Chelios. Doing battle, keep it in, and it's missed by Bob Sweeney. The pass was behind him, and back comes Keane. Gilchrist over the line. They keep it in. Walter in deep. Beers trying to clear it. Walter steals. Walter behind the net, wheels it back in front, can't put it on net. Burridge chops it up and breaking out. Bob Sweeney all alone on Lefebvre. Trying to cut in. Lefebvre takes him off. And back is Don Sweeney to pick up a loose puck, fire from 50 feet. Bob Sweeney with it. Cuts in front. Backhander, and it's put away by Robb. Bob Sweeney cranking it up here on this shift for Boston. Bob Sweeney battling in deep with Carter. And the Canadiens started out. Gilchrist in the center ice. Walter, long shot wide. Galley winding up halfway through the second period. No score. Oh, there's a wicked hit by Ewan. He's going out. Bruins will go in their 6th power play. Galley taking his time. Wants to get a face-off in the Montreal end. To Carpenter. Carpenter in the center ice. Offside pass, though, to Janney. And now the face-off called. A board check by Ewan. He's out. 6th Bruins power play coming up in a scoreless game at the Garden on NESN.
CCM 651 Tax. The only skate with vacuform. Heat molded to the exact shape of your foot. The only skate with heel lace. Dual lacing that locks in perfect fit to transmit your power and control directly where you need it most, right into your game. 651 Tax by CCM. Turn on the power.
We're going to get to take a look at John Carter coming out, waiting to make a play. There's Canadiens. He's got to pass it through feet. He's just going to dump it out, try to cut back. He gets popped from behind by Ewan facing the boards. Right there. That's dangerous.
The word on Glenn Wesley, a contusion on the back of the left leg, may return.
He's back.
He is back.
Yeah.
Well, so much for the May return.
Yeah, he's back.
What do the Bruins have to do differently? How can they adjust their power play, or do they have to force Montreal to adjust their penalty killing? I don't see any reason why Montreal would change anything.
Well, what they've got to do is just got to shoot it more. Setting up that one big pass.
They have 9 shots, Derek, in half a game.
Yeah, that's not enough.
And the draw is back to Desjardins. Montreal's had 4 power plays and got nothing, and the Bruins gained some territory here as this one goes into the stands with the face-off at center ice. 9:24 left in the second period. No score in the game. The Canadiens with 4 power plays, and this is the 6th for Boston, and an incredible just 13 shots for Montreal to 9 for Boston.
Are there too many legs, Derek, in the slot for Boston to use the play they like to?
Montreal likes to move their feet around. They do that. They do try to make you pass it through, and they play their feet very well. Boston is just getting a little bit too cute. Got to start unloading some shots. Patrick will out, but unload them high.
You know how Ray Bourque likes to have that puck at the top of the right point and find Wesley, say, coming in off the left point down low. Maybe they can try that.
Draw back to Desjardins. Neely is out there with Janney and Carpenter, and they clear it. Ray Bourque, as we said, as you might expect, not 100%. Playing a lot in this game. And on the power play, of course, it's out to Carpenter. He can't control it. Now he does. Knocks it over the line, and Desjardins able to clear it away. .125 left. Galley. Now to Carpenter over the line. Back to Galley. Looking for Ray Bourque, and he put it right between Bourque and Galley. Neither could get that one. Boston squandering chances, and they move on Bourque quickly. He passes to Galley. Galley drops it for Neely. Neely by Keane, but lost it. It's cleared away. Bourque not 100%. Obviously, Glenn Wesley will be out. Well, not at 100%. Bourque down. Works it in to Janney, and that's ruled offside. 48 seconds left. Not an up-tempo Montreal-Boston game. No question about that. The lackadaisical power plays are an indication. And right now, the Bruins without a shot here on this particular power play in a scoreless game with 8:19 left in the second period. You would expect a letdown after the Hartford series, no question. Montreal had a little vacation beating Buffalo. coming in without Peter Svoboda, and that would indicate a big chance for Boston. He might have been out on defense. And Matt Schneider also out, the rookie who's played so well. And now Mike Milbury going to Bob Sweeney gave an indication in his last shift that he can create something. He hustles in, and Dufresne is back for the villain of the piece here. He slashed Wesley, did not get a penalty. Wesley keeps it in. Rice can't get it. Bob Sweeney puts it in front. Knocked away by the Canadiens and out. McPhee with it. Now to Dufresne, and Dufresne bats it in on Andy Moog. Just some more intensity by the Canadiens, no question. Bourque coming out. Center ice. Gets it over the line for Carter. Carter gets it back for Bourque. Bourque across for Wesley. 10 seconds left. Screen shot blocked. Weiss is hammered as he was he ever belted down as he tried to get that rebound. And the penalty is up. Up to Carter on the clear, but Chelios gets it. And the Canadiens attack. Over the line, Gilchrist. Pass deflects in wide. Corson trying to get it. Moog able to tie it up now. And the Canadiens, after killing off the penalty and doing a very successful job of it, now you can see them come out with fire in their eyes here in a scoreless game. 7:15 left in the second period. The face-off to the right of Andy Moog.
Well, this has to be a concern right now to Mike Milbury. Even though you're in a 0-0 game, the power play has been your bread and butter. And Montreal has done an effective job on really taking away most threats on the power play.
Well, Montreal they're killing it very aggressively. They got somebody moving right here. Now watch Roy drop down, take that 5-hole away right at the right time. That's what makes it difficult.
Weiss tried to shift it to the forehand, and before his stick ever saw the puck again, Weiss was on his back. They converged quickly on number 42.
Gilchrist to Lefebvre. Lefebvre, a screen shot wide. The long rebound. Burridge works it out. He's checked immediately by Richer. Poulin fires it in. Not the Canadiens' control. Chelios back in action after missing 27 games. Arthroscopic surgery on his knee. Gilchrist breaks on Beers. Beers checked him. Broke him up. Cleared it around, but handed it off to Richer, who puts it near the net. Blocked. Bruins started out. Good break here. Up comes Christian over the line. The back checking of the Canadiens stopped it. Richer, not noted as one of the great back checkers of all time, but the Canadiens doing it. Now Beers breaks. Over the line, the shot. Save Roy. Beers, good wrist shot. Put it on net. And the Canadiens, Lefebvre coming out, checked by Poulin, but he's able to clear it in. Moog with it behind the net. Oh, a heavy hit on Galley, taken down. And Gilchrist walks off the corner. Broken up by Wesley, who sprawled. Kept in by Desjardins. Broken up, and Wesley starts it away with Poulin. 2-on-2. Wesley over the line, holding, going deep. A shot, a save, Roy. Fine rush by Glenn Wesley. No score. Boston and Montreal. Second period on NESN at the Garden.
Good hustle here by Bob Beers. Heads up play, a little cut and stab. Quick wrist shot. Patrick Roy got the right leg on it. And he could not control the rebound. That's what the Bruins have got to do. Those wrist shots right here. We get this prior to this rush. Here's Beers waiting now. Well, that's Gilchrist make the cutback. Beers poke checks and stays with it. Nice hustle.
5:57 left, second period. No score. Bob Sweeney is out there with Gould and Byers.
Gonna get a new puck. That one's got a chip in it.
Wesley and Galley play the points. They're up inside the line. Total shots, 14 Montreal, 12 Boston. Despite 10 power plays, 6 by Boston, 4 by Montreal. Some of them overlapping, many of them. Bob Sweeney and Bob Smith. Bob Smith to Desjardins, the 20-year-old rookie defenseman, broken up by Byers, kept in. Desjardins tries the other side. Moves it off to Keane. Gets it back to Lemieux. Pass stopped. Kept in by Bob Sweeney, taken away by Desjardins on the pass. Ludwig with it. Bruins appear to be cranking it up offensively after a good rush by Wesley and a shot by Beers. And the Canadiens clear it now as the Bruins really foul them up. Center ice. Ooh, a heavy hit in deep. Bob Sweeney fights for it. The Canadian Smith gets it, puts it in front, knocked away, and Byers trying to move it out. Boston can't. Lemieux's pass stopped by Wesley. Up for Byers. Byers flipping it in. Had a quick change-up. 5 minutes left in the second period. Canadiens, Smith back with Lemieux. Lemieux with Keane. Drives it to the corner. Bourque takes it. Bourque drops it out. Blocked by McPhee. Brought back in. And Ray Bourque is leveled by Lemieux. No score. Second period. Boston and Montreal on NESN at the Garden. The last shot on net was the rush by Wesley with Poulin. 2 Canadians back, and for the first time tonight, those Canadian forwards didn't hustle back. Maybe we'll keep an eye on that. They may be lulled into thinking, well, we can just wait for the attack. And Wesley wound up with a shot, not a real test, but a shot on Patrick Roy with a good rush. Canadians trying to break. Courtnall wraps it in. The Bruins doing a much better job now stopping the Canadians at center ice, and the Bruins break it out. Don Sweeney with Burridge. Going deep for Burridge. The shot went wide. Burridge into the corner. Keeps it in. Smacked by Daigneault. Battling for it with Poulin. Poulin knocked down on the play. Daigneault battling him. He's back out. Christian trying to help out. Poulin knocked down. Christian off the corner. Christian hold. It is back for Bourque. A shot. Blocked. Loose. And it kept in Don Sweeney. The action in front. A penalty on Montreal. Bruins will go in their 7th power play. And Skrudlin is furious at this call. He is out. The 7th power play, and Skrudlin's ready to attack Van Hellemond. And the fans buzzing about that. The Bruins have sparked up their offense here now. And now, NHL update with Dave Shea.
All right, Fred, the Rangers have added to their lead in Game 1 of the Patrick Division Finals. Erickson and Mullen have also scored to go along with Bernie Nichols' goal for a 3-0 Ranger lead in the second. This update has been brought to you by Budweiser. Well, Dave Poulin put in a whole period on that one shift.
He certainly did.
Ryan Skrudlin thinks maybe more than just a period.
Right here, Dave Poulin trying to get a handle on it. Gets knocked down. There's the punch. That's what cost him the penalty.
Ryan, what are you doing, buddy? Looks like he's at the county fair. It's the pony ride.
Now watch this.
I don't know why. Oh, how about an elbow right there that wasn't called? Daigneault. Holy Moses. Oh, there's a shot by Skrudlin there. I don't know why Brian felt he wasn't guilty of anything. We're going to talk with Brian Skrudlin coming up at intermission.
Nearly to Wesley. Wesley clears it in. Prop check. And Ludwig able to clear it. Ray Bourque is on with Wesley. A power play for Boston. Their 7th of the game. We are scoreless with 3:35 left in the second period. Wesley drives it in. Janney able to keep it in. Takes a hit from Keane. Gives it a prop. Janney back for Bourque. Bourque holding. Into Wesley, who's in deep. Bourque fires. It is blocked by Keane. Wesley. Shot, save, rebound. Neely to Bourque. In now for Wesley. Bourque. Now to Wesley. Wesley, a shot, save. Roy. Chelios clears it away, and Carbonneau rushes short-handed. Carbonneau going deep. Great stop by Andy Moe. And a whistle. Oh, Carbonneau spurted on that one and ripped one off. 57 seconds left on the Boston power play. 2:46 left in the second period. We are scoreless.
Right here, Wesley gets a good wood on this one.
It looked like it was deflected, huh?
No, I think I went right at him. There he is, got good wood on it, started to climb, just didn't climb high enough. Right here, a quick wrist shot. And he mowed right there, boy. That's close.
Bruins changed up their approach a little bit. They took the onus away from Bork, let Wesley kind of key the attack, and they were more apt to give Wesley the shot. What the forwards have to do now is get that body turned to the net so they can capitalize on the rebound.
Watch Graham Neely here.
Brian Proper was decked.
Yeah, it was.
Draws back to Chelios. He's on with Ludwig. They are going with the veterans on defense now, Montreal. On the 7th Boston power play. No score. Bork to Poulin. Over the line. Goes deep on Ludwig. Back for Bork. Over to Wesley. Galley, rather. To Bork. Shot. Save. Loose. Boston. Poulin. And it is 1-0 on a power play goal.
This is just hard, tough work in the trenches. Poulin's already knocked down. Burridge gets a swipe at it. Goes loose. Off to the right of the screen. Dave Poulin's going to get a little swipe at it. This is the type of stuff when Patrick Roy can't handle a rebound. That hit a leg. Right there, Dave Poulin just pokes it.
Boy, he just turned around and faced up to that net in time to be able to collect the rebound.
Patrick Roy's mad at himself and thought he could have caught it.
Burridge clears it over the line. Back for J.J. Daigneault. 1-0 Boston, a power play. Bruins break it up. Burridge. Shot goes wide. Bob Sweeney in. Broken up. Wesley able to keep it in. Bob Sweeney trying to make a play. Now Christian on the boards. He's hit. Bob Sweeney in deep. Check. Dufresne has lost his stick. Trying to tie it up. Poke loose. Christian gets it. Christian leveled by Dufresne, who's playing without a stick. Burridge keeps it in. Burridge holding. Off the corner. Broken up by Richer. He's broken up by Wesley. Wesley back for Bob Sweeney. The play outside. 1-0 Boston. Second period. Back in a moment.
There's the Dave Poulin chance. Just gets it up. Patrick Roy. Tell you, a great second effort. He almost had that.
Power play goal. Dave Poulin from Burridge and Christian. I thought Bork would be in there, but he banged around a bit. 1:19 left, second period. Bruins 13 shots now in this period, and they check nicely at center ice. Chelios starts it. Over the line for Lemieux. He goes with Don Sweeney. Now Bork moving in. Don Sweeney hammered down by Lemieux. Back up. Lemieux broken up. Gould starts it out. The Carpenter 3-on-2 with a shot, a save, and the loose puck. Chelios check. Gilchrist taps it away. 45 seconds left. Gould battling in deep. Carter hustles in. Carpenter keeps it in. Carpenter closing the goal. Great stop for Roy. Gould put that right on the corner. And the pass out now to Lemieux. Lemieux with Gilchrist. Broken up. Gould checks back. Bruins. Gould breaks away from a check. Gets it over the line. Gives it to Don Sweeney. A shot just wide. Loose puck. Bruins. Carter kept it in. And Keane forced to clear it out. Since a great Bob Sweeney rush in this second period, the Bruins have come alive offensively. They're up to 20 shots. That means 15 in the period. And they lead 1-0 on the Dave Poulin power play goal. This one might be icing. No, nearly after it. No icing. Centers it. Can't get it. And the Bruins carrying the play since that Bob Sweeney rush. 15 shots for Boston, 6 for Montreal. On their 7th power play, the Bruins score. Poulin from Burridge and Christian. And after 2 periods, Boston 1, Montreal nothing. Intermission highlights in a moment.
Well, there was a major swing that occurred in that second period. Montreal with the first 4 or 5 shots on goal, and yet the Bruins ended up with the advantage for the period at the end of the period, 15-6. The Bruins have had 7 power play chances, and Montreal has had 3. The Bruins got the only goal of the game on their 7th power play try. Brian Scrudlin of the Canadiens, Dave Shea's guest, to the Garden. David?
All right, Tom, thank you. Brian Scrudlin with me, and of course Brian has been with the Canadiens for quite a while now, always known as a guy that puts in 60 minutes a night, and you guys might have to put in 120 tonight the way both teams are working, Brian.
Well, it's just a typical Boston-Montreal game. I think that, this is what the people expect, and I don't think anybody ever leaves the Gardens or the Forum disappointed after a game.
You know, you were the kind of player that normally puts in a great effort, would grade out getting top marks, yet nobody would know you're on the ice because you're quiet about it. Yet in the Buffalo series, I guess you made a name for yourself, and everyone now looks for number 39.
Well, I think that the Buffalo series, we really had our backs to the wall, and everybody on our team, it just wasn't one individual, it wasn't one line, it was everybody. And I think our line got the majority of the goals in the first, 3-4 games, but all of a sudden everybody started pitching in. And even though we were scoring, I mean, Stefan and Shane are expected to score, and I was lucky enough to chip a couple in myself. So, it was a big series for us, and we were looking forward to this one.
Well, you made a big defensive play early in that second period. Lyndon Byers tried to come in off the right side. We're going to take a look at it now, and you made an outstanding move on it.
Well, I knew that I was beaten from the behind. A gentleman who stepped the switch right there was Sylvain Lefebvre. And if I don't come up with the puck, I think they got an excellent scoring chance. So, Lyndon was heads up knowing that they're a pick and roll team. And when they, the Boston Bruins for many years have scored a lot of goals from inside the net, such as Davey Poulin.
Well, then you guys went down to the other end of the ice, and Montreal could have very easily taken a 1-0 lead. It might have altered the tempo of the hockey game. You almost had it on the corner, but it wouldn't sit down for you.
Well, exactly. That puck was just bouncing away. Shane and Stefan both are doing a heck of a job in the corner, and as a result, the puck, Shane just gets it on the side of the net and tries to flip it over top of the defenseman. That thing starts rolling. I think it might even caught a chunk. Yeah, there it catches a chunk of Ray's stick. And I'm just swinging away, and it looks like I'm out there golfing, so that's about my golf shot.
Yeah, well, the golf can wait until at least May, right?
Exactly.
The power plays. I think Boston's now 1 for 7. The first 5, they really didn't have a good quality shot on Patrick. Yet the last 2, they got the pressure and eventually the goal. What did they do differently, or force you to do differently?
Well, I think they know that we're playing a tight box. We really don't want Craig Janney to handle the puck as much as possible. Him and Cam Neely have done a lot of numbers on a lot of hockey clubs, and they've done it to us in the past. So try to keep the puck away from him. Ray's got a great shot, but you got to give the shot from somewhere. It's 5-on-4, and they finally got the shot and picked up the rebound in front of the net.
Well, thank you for coming on. We appreciate it, and good luck to you the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
Brian Scrudlin, our guest. Tommy, let's go back to you.
All right, David, thank you. Stanley Cup Playoffs. We're now into the division finals. This is Game 1 between the Bruins and the Montreal Canadiens. Through 2 periods at Boston Garden, the score: the Boston Bruins 1, the Montreal Canadiens 0. I'll be back. We will have a look at some of the action from that second period, and we'll check in at the Garden, too, with Fred Cusick and Derek Sanderson when Bruins hockey continues tonight on NESN. Nothing at the end of the first period in Game 1 between the Bruins and the Canadiens, and it looked like it might end up that way at the end of the second period. Bruins finally got one, though, and they lead it 1-0. Early in the second period, Pat Burns' bench gets too many men on the ice call in the second period. He doesn't like it very much at all, obviously. Bruins without a shot so far in the period finally get some pressure on Roy.
Line on Ludwig. Back for Bork. Cuts in. Right in. Looks. Save. Oh, what a save.
Montreal penalty gives the Bruins a 2-man advantage, but they can't score. Another chance. Brian Scrudlin goes away for a couple of minutes. The Bruins fire up their 7th power play.
Now to Wesley. Wesley, a shot. Save.
Not that time, but the Bruins are back to reprise an old NESN promotion and get one on that same power play.
Goes deep on Ludwig. Back for Bork. Over to Wesley. Galley, rather. To Bork. Shot. Save. Loose. Score. Boston.
Burridge and Christian the assist. The Bruins lead it 1-0. A little bit later, before the start of the third period, we'll update the situation in that Patrick Division Game 1, the title series at Madison Square Garden between the Caps and the Rangers. Out west, St. Louis and Edmonton took 1-0 leads in the Norris and the Smythe in games that were played last night. Let's go back to the Garden now. We're at the break between the second and the third periods. Fred Cusick and Derek Sanderson.
Thank you, Tom. Boston leads 1-0 in that second period, and for a lot of the first period, too. Montreal outplaying Boston. I recall looking with maybe 8 minutes, 9 minutes gone by in that second period. The shots were 13 Montreal and 6 for Boston. The Bruins doing nothing even on the power plays. Bob Sweeney made a great rush. From that point on, the Bruins have unloaded in about half the period, 14 shots and scored a goal.
In a game like that, when everybody's playing patient, what you want is one guy at a time to take the bull by the horn. And right here is Bobby Sweeney takes an outside move. It's right there. Ludwig gets on the outside. The backhand is a big save by Roy. Now that gets Montreal thinking. John Carter, watch Richer. He turns. Puck stays there. Nobody's on it. Sweeney comes in. They're still hustling a little bit. Now watch Keane come on Sweeney with his shoulder. Cross check. Got away with that. And that was the shift that kind of got things started, because the Bruins hadn't really, Fred, like you said, mounted much of an attack. They pretty well laid back, played the patience game, wait for the opportunity. The opportunity wasn't happening. Montreal was not about to cough it up, because if you're not skating, you're not forcing them to make bad plays. And if that's the case, it's the National Hockey League. You're supposed to be able to pass it from point A to point B.
And after the goal, the Bruins really carried the play. There was a great opportunity for Bob Gould, almost put it in the corner by Patrick Roy. And of course, Roy coming up big, and it's anybody's hockey game now coming to the third period. The score by Dave Poulin on the rebound after Ray Bourque had fired it in. 1-0 for Boston. But if the Bruins continue the pace that they set over the second half of that second period, then they're in good shape.
And I think that comes with confidence. And then they turned it on, and then they got the goal. And then they got to figure, okay, we got to skate, we got to force turnovers. Now, if you get it in your mind that you're going to try to hang on to a 1-0 lead, I mean, you're in serious trouble. What you got to do is just take it to Montreal. Forget the score. Someone must protect the line, but the Bruins up to this point are only forechecking with one man. And we thought they would have gone in with two, but...
The Canadiens playing it very rough and mean. The Bruins turning the other cheek and leading 1-0. Here's Tom.
All right, Fred and Derek, thank you. Bruins and Canadiens are through 2 periods of Game 1, and the Bruins with that 1-0 lead, the goal by Dave Poulin. I'll be back when we have some action for you on that game between the Rangers and the Caps. It's their first game for the Patrick Division postseason title. We'll have a summary for you, too, on what happened in that second period when Bruins hockey continues tonight here on your New England Sports Network. Madison Square Garden tonight. New York Rangers led the Washington Caps at the end of one period at 1-0. They have added to that now at 2 minutes and 44 seconds of the second period on a power play. Brian Mullen with the goal. Kissio and Agrodnik with the assist. 2-0 Rangers. At 8:03, the Rangers are short-handed, but off a face-off, Caps win the face-off. Erickson with the loose puck pumps it home to make it 3-0 New York. The Caps now have scored, however, and it's 3-1 in the third period. The Rangers with a 2-goal lead. Scoring summary second period, the only goal of the game so far, 17:37 of the second period the time. Dave Poulin got the goal for the Bruins, and the assists went to Christian and Burridge. The shots are at 20 for the Bruins, 15 for Montreal at the end of 2 periods. Another 20 minutes of hockey at least. Third period now. Fred Cusick, Derek Sanderson, and Dave Shea.
All right, Tommy, thank you. Derek, Fred, I think it's really noteworthy how Boston had just 8 shots through 30 minutes of hockey, and in the last 10 minutes of the period, they had 12 shots.
Right, and you know, you look at the 8 shots, Montreal only had 14, it's only 6 more. They had 4 quality opportunities to 2 out of all those shots.
I don't know why Bourque doesn't have the assist there.
Yeah, right.
It looked like a rebound of a Ray Bourque shot, and the other assist should go to Galley, but No argument. The Bruins aren't going to argue over a minor point like that.
No, Borkshot might have deflected off Christian's stick on the way in. That's why Roy didn't pick it up as cleanly as he's picked up all the rest.
And it was fitting that Poulin, who drew the penalty against Skrudland, Skrudland just mauled him, as we saw in the replay. And Poulin got the goal. Canadians break it out. The lead for Corson, deep on Wesley, puts it in front. Just missed by Skrudland. And Christian away. Now to Burridge with Poulin. Crisscrossing for Poulin. The shot wide. The rebound. Burridge can't get it. Christian keeps it in. Poulin deep. Burridge wheeling in the corner. Off the corner. Puts it across. Poulin at a tough angle. Could not get Goodwood on a shot in on Roy.
The pass was airborne, and Dave Poulin picked it up anyway.
Hey, this guy has just been something so far in 8 games or 7+ games
right
in
here,
the playoffs.
the Canadians starting to second guess themselves, turning off people,
He took that off the
anticipating
shaft.
plays. Yeah.
Wow.
The Boston line is Dave Poulin at center, Christian and Burridge on the wings. Poulin has not only been a standout on the ice, but off the ice in those sound bites for television. So bright and intelligent and observant. And
stockbroker too.
And Skrudland starts it out. Poulin can't break it up. Richer gets over the line. The shot missed. Oh, what a cannon that was by Richer. Poulin breaks it up now and clears it out. And they can't let Richer find goals against Buffalo. Let that cannon go like that.
Now he can shoot it.
Winding up his galley. Can't connect with Burridge. They wave off the ice. Desjardins, 20-year-old defenseman, works it to center ice. Clears it in. Moog out of the net. Up for Bork. Bork away to Janney. Janney delays, gives it to Neely. Neely over the line. Unloads. Save Roy. Rebound. Top can't get it. Bork barges in to keep it in, but McPhee trying to fire it out. Blocked by Janney. Janney on Chelios. Checks him. Courtnall trying to clear. Kept in by Peterson. No. A delayed call here. Prop moving in, and they haven't called the play yet. Now the offside is called. 2 minutes into the third period. 1-0 Boston. Third period on NESN at the Garden.
I'm going to get a look at the sizzle on a Stéphane Richer shot.
This is fresh ice too, and everybody loves to shoot it on fresh ice. Anybody that plays the game knows that. You can shoot harder when the ice is clear like that. And Stéphane Richer can shoot anytime.
Carpenter gets it to Bork. Bork fires in. Lefebvre trying to come out. Jammed up by Bice, Carter, but the Canadians get it free. Carbonneau might be icing. Moog forced to play it. Gets it off for Bork. Bork strikes it out. Up for Carter, off wing, over the line, holds, still holds. Check. Bork keeps it in. Bork a shot. Deflected wide. Could be a tripping call, steal by Bice though. Bice for Bork. And for Carpenter, had an empty net and couldn't get the backhand on it. And Smith breaks it out. Beautiful play by Ray Bork to set up Carpenter alone with Roy out of position. Moog clears it around and out. Dufresne forced back by Carpenter. Play broken up by Bork. He pokes it in. Bruins change up. In the center ice, Desjardins broken up. Janney is trying to move in alone. He's checked on the play. Can't convert it. Almost in alone. Great Janney as they broke up the defenseman, Dufresne. Back comes Neely barreling. Over the line. Off for Janney. Janney looking for Neely or Prop. It deflects into the corner. Smith forced to clear it out against Boston's forechecking. Boston leads 1-0. Don Sweeney with Courtnall after him. Intercepted. McPhee walks in and it's blocked wide as Galley covered. Don Sweeney coughed it up for McPhee in alone. Canadians try to keep it in. Janney starts it away. Janney to Neely. Over the line. Going in. Fell down. The puck rolls in front. Carbonneau trying to clear it out. Boy, John Sweeney would like to have that play back. And McPhee would too, maybe. As McPhee stole. They go long stretches in a Canadian-Boston game, and McPhee plays aggressively, but then suddenly, bang. Here comes Christian, flying over the line, going deep. In front, shot by Burridge, and he can't put it on net. Richer starts it out. In the center ice to Skrudland. Off for Corson. Corson, deep, forced deep by Bork. And the puck rolls, a penalty on Boston. A holding call, and Peterson going out. A power play, Montreal, 1-0 Boston, third period on the Garden, at the Garden on NESN.
Well, Al Peterson thought he was helping Andy Moog by being the guardian when Brian Skrudland tried to set up out in front. Corson made the whole play as he turned Ray Bork around and was able to penetrate deep enough. Right there is Peterson putting the grab on Skrudland to keep him from camping. And Andy Van Hellemond right there to make the call.
Good call.
Here's the play.
Don Sweeney was forced, right? Andy Moog tucked it for him. He should have stopped behind the net. Andy Moog gets a left leg on it, it looked like.
Yep.
Power play Montreal, this is their fifth. Boston is 1 for 7 in power plays. The only goal of the game by Dave Poulin. Carpenter gets the draw. Galley gets the clear. 15:30 left, third period, 1-0 Boston. There's been only one shot on that by McPhee on that steal against Don Sweeney. Carter breaks it up. Daigneault on with Richer. Corson up front.
Good read by John Carter there.
Here's Richer. Checked by Carter, but it goes in deep. Fought for on the corner. A pile of players there. The Bruins trying to tie it up. Can't. Daigneault gets it. Fires. Save! Oh, there's a slash by Skrudland. Moog says, how about it? And Van Hellemond's not going to call it. Skrudland trying to knock it free on the shot in by Daigneault. Moog had it. No rebound. Nothing loose. And a slash by Skrudland. And the Canadians playing like the Flyers of Bobby Clark days. Right on the edge of these penalties.
Too many Bruins in the corner. That's what allows Daigneault to have all this time to get good wood on this. Moog gets it, but Skrudland goes at the legs. He didn't have it in the body area. That's why it wasn't called. Slashed him across the pads. Skrudland has no idea where the puck is. He figures it's going to drop down. He slashes knee-high, push and shove time.
When you see it in slow motion, it looks like nothing, but it was a slash. But you can't call everything. Skrudland against Christian. Boston shorthanded, leading 1-0 third period. Lefebvre at the point, able to keep it in. Over to Chelios, the shot high. Richer up front. Check, Poulin battling, he's hit by Skrudland. Puck is back to Chelios. Blocked by, kept in now. Back for Lefebvre. Pass in deep, behind the net. Bork trying to conserve his body and gets it up and not out. Kept in now. The Canadians in front. Richer hit the post. What a stop on the rebound on Skrudland. Andy Moog after Richer hit the post. Handles Skrudland's bed. This could be icing against Montreal. Oh, a big goaltending and a break prior to it as Richer hit the far post.
And he hit it square. But Andy Moog never quit. A lot of goaltenders would have said, oh, no. But he stays with the rebound off the post. That's the key here. One-timed it. Now there's Skrudland in front, just doesn't get it up over him. Andy's left leg saved. Pops it over to Bork.
Patrick Roy was explaining to me this morning, Derek, that on the rebound, usually the puck will be shot back on the ice because a player will just be content to get his stick on it and get it back headed toward the net. He won't be taking his time or angling the blade of his stick to get it up. And 9 times out of 10, the puck will be right down along the ice.
Very true. Well, you had Phil Esposito, all your great goal scorers, got the hands, Mike Bossy, to get it upstairs like that.
28 seconds left on the Boston penalty against Peterson. And over the line comes Courtnall. Desjardins back for Courtnall. Turns, puts it in front, broken up, and not cleared out. Shot here by Daniel, deflected wide by Galley. Fought for behind the net, and the faceoff called. Puck in the back of the net, and the faceoff is outside the line with 12 seconds left on Peterson's penalty.
Well, the Stanley Cup Playoffs continue here on NESN Saturday night at 7 when the Bruins take on the Canadiens in Game 2 of this best-of-7 series. Tom Larson will get your hockey night underway at 6:30 with Bruins Digest, followed by live coverage of the Bruins and Canadiens right here from the Garden. Don't miss the action and excitement of Stanley Cup Playoffs. The Bruins and the Canadiens Saturday at 7 right here on NESN.
13:51 left in the third period. 1-0 Boston on a power play goal by Dave Poulin. That came in the second period. Bob Sweeney out as a penalty killer. With Bob Gould, Ray Bourque, and Bob Beers, the rookie defenseman. Smith, Dufresne, Daniel. Dufresne again. Smith can't move in on Bourque. McPhee trying to get in. Not much room. And back for it, Bourque, and Alan Peterson is out. Bourque starts it away. It's Bob Sweeney. Trying to prevent icing is Bice, and he forces Rawat to play it. Good hustling work by the rookie. In deep. Bice, Bob Sweeney trying to get it. Canadians work it up and out. Back for it, Bob Beers. The Canadians change up. Almost 7 minutes played. Third period, 1-0 Boston. Stanley Cup game, no question. Walter trying to move in, broken up. Keane moves it back in. Walter is offside. With the score, Boston 1 and Montreal 0. We're in the third period on NESN at the Garden.
I am terribly impressed with the play of John Bice, the composure and the poise that he has out there.
No doubt about it. Bob Beers as well.
Funny you should mention Beers. The two of them left the building together today. I think they're chumming around, being both new kids on the block. And
new kids on the block is right.
Checking line for the Canadians, but they can create an offense, and the Canadians have to. Ludwig over the line loses to Peterson. Right out for Bob Sweeney. He's broken up. Desjardins. Way to Carbonneau at center. His shot blocked. He blocks enough, so the Bruins retaliated. Keane drops it in, and back for it is Galley. 1-0 Boston. Canadians press to keep it in, and they do. Banged along the boards. Walter gets it to Keane. He's broken up. Keane gets it again. In deep. Trying to move in was Gilchrist, who's out there now. He's checked by Peterson. Gilchrist keeps it in. Banged around. Galley pokes it to the boards. Walter there. Peterson. And it's out to Keane. Checked by Bob Sweeney. Van Hellemond almost trapped. And the puck kept in by the Canadians. But the pass is missed by Keane. And winding up now is Desjardins. 8 minutes played. This is icing. Desjardins fired that one away. The Bruins without a shot on in the third period. The Canadians have three, but the Canadians had a power play. And one other one, notable, Richer hitting the post.
Thank you very much, says Andy Moe.
Goaltender's best friend, those posts.
1-0 Boston, third period on NESN.
The way the Red Sox roster looks, how will you be able to tell which is the Paw Sox and which is the Red Sox when they get together?
Nearly on the faceoff. Janney trying to keep it in, and it's out to center ice. Wesley with it. 1-0 Boston. Dave Poulin, his 5th series goal. When you think of his contributions defensively and realize that he has 5 goals, really outstanding. Breaking now is Courtnall with the speed. 3-on-2. Broken up by Wesley and cleared out. But the Bruins were trapped on a 3-on-2 there. And Mike Milbury has to be concerned about that. Carbonneau breaks. Away to McPhee. Courtnall, a shot high, missed. And a heavy hit, Raymond Bourque on McPhee. Lefebvre back, chased. Neely almost broke him up. Couldn't do it. Lefebvre wraps it in. Back is Raymond Bourque. Playing conservatively, but playing very well. Janney rushes on Lefebvre. Cross in front. Still going. Puts it in front. And it's blocked. Chelios trying to come out. Spilled. They let it go. Another 3-on-2. Corson. Checked by Don Sweeney. By Galley. It bounces free. Broken up by Prop. Prop covered as the Bruins get back, and Janney flips it in. Corson winding up. Almost halfway through the third period. 1-0 Boston. Dave Poulin, the lone scorer in a power play. Carpenter able to get control. Now to Weiss. Weiss broken up. Richer broken up. Brought over the line. Boy, John Carter covered on that one as the rookie coughed it up. 1-0 for the Bruins in the third period on NESN at the Garden.
Oh, it's hard for Weiss.
Dave Shea, NHL update.
All right, one of the game going on. Rangers 5, Washington 3 in the third. Drew Stevens and Rouse have scored for the Caps. Nichols has a pair. Eriksson, Mullen, and Ogrodnik for the Rangers. This update has been brought to you by Budweiser.
Dave Poulin, 5 goals, 4 against Hartford, 1 here. How about that performance?
That's sensational. A little play there by Weiss. Try to make a soft play. Now, you get away with that in college. You don't hear. Everyone's going to look to anticipate it. Most of the players can do here is read the play real well.
3 shots by the Canadiens in the third period. 0 for Boston. Boston leads 1-0. 10:24 left. Almost halfway through. Checking Poulin. Forcing the Canadiens to clear. Not icing. Ray Bourque quickly up and off Christian's stick and into the stands, and the face-off called. Out to the right of Andy Moog, not at the face-off spot. Raymond Bourque, obviously not 100%, but the way he uses his head and conserves his energy, cuts down the short, makes short plays, passes.
I think Ray he simplified it all by when he's focused mentally in the game, he just sees so much better. He is very adept at breaking up plays, anticipating passes, reading defense, reading the offense so well when he's back on defense that he has a lot of success with anticipation.
Christian to Poulin to Bourque. Bruins control it. Up the middle. Burridge for Poulin. 2-on-2. Poulin cutting wide. The shot blocked. Christian hustles in. Gets it away from Dufresne, who fell down. Trying to put it in front. Knocked away by the Canadiens. Wesley gambles, keeps it in. Wesley in for Christian. Christian in front. Poulin was turned around, couldn't get it. Out the center ice, Raymond Bourque there. And Skrudland steals. Drops it off. Corson wraps it in deep. Ray Bourque behind the net. A quick clear out. The Canadiens minus Peter Svoboda, who is a standout in the Buffalo series, is Burridge forechecking it, rolled in on Roy for a save. And the Canadiens clear it now. 9:24 left here, third period, 1-0 Boston. Burridge coming close. A lead for Bob Sweeney, ruled offside.
That was J.J. Daigneault that Andy Burridge broke up and got the puck in on Patrick Roy. Big East baseball continues on NESN with doubleheader action Sunday night at 7 when the Providence College Friars host the Redmen of St. John's. That's St. John's at Providence Sunday night at 7 on NESN. Your ticket to Big East baseball.
The Canadian bench, they have mustered 4 shots. Not much mustard on them, though.
No.
Except the one by Richer.
It's amazing. The Bruins have had some pretty good pressure at the other end, but every time they go to tee it up, they are stick checked and never get the puck to Patrick Roy until just now when Randy Burridge really accidentally got a shot on Roy by sweep checking it off the stick of J.J. Daigneault.
Ted Sater behind the bench with Mike Milbury. Buffalo eliminated, and they're not going to fire Rick Dudley as they fired Ted Sater on the complaint of some players, Foligno among them. Some justification there for is Ludwig keeping it in for Ted Sater. And he's been an integral part of the Bruins coaching. Galley breaks it up on Walter. To Carter. Carter over the line. Trying to cut in. He cuts in. He is checked by Smith. Just got back and taken down on the play. And Smith comes back for Montreal. Picking up speed. Trying to go through. He's checked into the corner. Walter hit by Peterson. Lemieux behind the net. Smith tangled up. with Galley. There's a shot deflected wide by Lemieux. Walter checked into the corner by Peterson, hanging on. Galley battling. Lemieux watched by Bob Sweeney. A battle in the corner. Puck is loose. Peterson. Oh, hammered down by Lemieux. Bruins break it up, can't clear it. Kept in now, saved by Andy Moog. Puck loose, and the Bruins skated off. And ice it. That was Gould. He didn't ice it, he put it on Roy. Brutal hit by Lemieux, but Van Hellemond taking the third period. Here's Bork getting a piece of Lemieux and hanging him down. So Van Hellemond into the attitude of gonna let it go. Here comes Bork. Over the line with Janney. Gains the line. Pops it in. Blocked by Chelios. Checked by Prop. Cleared away and Bork covers. Bork for Janney. Janney, a good move by McPhee. Stopped by Lefebvre as he clears it in. 7:35 left, third period. Courtnall gets it. Stopped by Prop's back checking. Prop to Janney with Neely. Janney gets open for Prop. Shot blocked in front and cleared away by the Canadiens. Galley starts it out, 1-0 Boston. Galley broken up by Carbonneau. Carbonneau a lead. Offside to Courtnall. 7:09 left here as Carbonneau's pass with Courtnall breaking over the line. He was offside. Dave Poulin, the only scorer in a power play. The Bruins 1 for 7. The Canadiens 0 for 5 in power plays.
Al Peterson and Ryan Walter were really banging in the corner.
Right here, Peterson.
Watch the check right there from Lemieux. That's boarding.
That's when you're facing the boards. Well, what?
I mean, obviously, Andy's put the whistle away.
No, what you had with Van Hellemond on the far side of the net, couldn't see it.
But as Ron Hogarth says, more and more now, linesmen have the angle, and they are helping the official make the call. That was pretty obvious from anywhere you were sitting in the building.
I could go for that.
Well, this is the third period phase where you let it go. Raymond Bork out there, 1-0 Boston. Burridge checks this, it bounces in deep. Daigneault to Dufresne. Daigneault snaps it in. Orson and Bork. Burridge. Gilchrist. Keane looking on. Keane. In. Bruins check it. Burridge stop. Bruins fight for it. Dufresne kept it in. Pass block went wide. And Bork trying to hammer it out. It's stopped by Corson. Corson checked by Poulin to Burridge to Christian. Christian lost it. Back comes Daigneault. A clear in. Gilchrist and Wesley to the corner. Behind the net, Raymond Bork there and the clear out. Might be icing, but the Bruins will take the face-off. And a breather. 6:13 left here in the third period. The Bruins lead 1-0.
Join us Monday night at 6 for the annual Boston Red Sox Pawtucket Red Sox exhibition matchup. That comes your way from McCoy Stadium in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Catch Greenwell, Boggs, Burks, Barrett, and Clemens as they return to their AAA stomping grounds to battle the Stars of tomorrow. That's the Bo Sox versus the Paw Sox, Monday night at 6 p.m. live on NESN.
I'd like to wish Mike Menery, an old friend of mine, in the hospital, not feeling too well. All the best. Sean McNulty, you get well at the Cape Cod Hospital. There's Mike Milbury behind the net. Behind the bench.
4 shots for Montreal with a power play in the third period. Boston with 3 shots. Skrudlin against Christian. 6:13 left. Third period. Richer is out there with Walter. Ludwig and Desjardins. Back for Ludwig. High shot. Rebound is Carter's. He's played a fine game, John Carter. He played an excellent series against Hartford with that fast skating. Follows it up now, kicks it into Bob Sweeney. Bob Sweeney in front. Gould! Shot! Just blocked. Gould! Backhander save! Roy! Bob Gould with 2 scoring bids set up by Bob Sweeney. Gould hustles in the corner. Check. Gets it to Carter. Carter in the corner. Wheeling. Back left point. Don Sweeney. He wraps it all the way around. Galley trying to keep it in, and he's hit. Up to the Boston zone. Don Sweeney back. Ahead of Richer. Behind the net, Richer around the boards. Walter able to keep it in. Takes a hit. Carter after him. Trying to jam it up. Jam it up and get a face-off, and he does. And the Bruins. Bobby Gould has had a couple of good chances in the second period. He almost put one home.
He had a redirect in the first period. Had he gotten it just a little bit higher, Patrick Roy's come up big on Gould 3 times.
Oh, you're going to love Bob Gould. He works so
he,
hard. It makes things happen.
Right here, gets a shot away, hits a foot, keeps fighting, gets by Ludwig for the rebound, gets a backhand away. And Mual, like you said, Dave, 95% of those secondary shots are going to be on the ice. Right here is on the ice again. Roy down again.
Boy, does he time closing those pads. Times it so well. You look like you've got an opening that you can drive a truck through, and just after you let the shot go, you look and there's nothing there anymore.
Glenn Hall was like that.
Was he?
Yeah. Great pair of feet. You know, he lets you give you a little bit, take it away. Cheevers was like that.
With Roy's size, Derek, when he goes down and butterflies, he's got such long legs, he can cover post to post along the ice.
Puck kept in along the line, but the Bruins cover it now. Brian Propp, he's on with Neely and Carpenter. That's the line. Neely controls it. 1-0 Boston. Bourque up for Carpenter over the line, right wing side. Going deep. Takes the hit. Pokes it in for Propp. Propp back, flips for Bourque. Bourque a shot over the net. Going for it, Lefebvre, Carpenter spins around and pokes it in deep, and Chelios with it. We're under 5 minutes left, third period. And at center ice, Bourque on the loose puck. And he locks it in the Canadian zone. 1-0 Boston on a goal by Poulin. Bruins forecheck, Propp. But it rolls out for Richer. Richer to Smith. Smith handled by Ray Bourque. Now the Bruins get it around to Neely. Neely gives it off for Peterson. Peterson clearing. It's into the stands on a face-off in the Boston zone.
NESN's exclusive presentation of Boston Bruins hockey has been brought to you in part by Bud Light. Everything else is just a light. And by Nissan, building cars for people who want more than just a means of getting from here to there. Nissan, built for the human race. And by Sullivan Tire Family Car Care Centers, because family spirit is what Sullivan is all about. And by your New England area Century 21 offices. Put your trust in #1, Century 21. And by Gillette and the revolutionary Gillette Sensor Shaving System. Gillette, the best a man can get.
4:30 left in the third period. The face-off in the Boston zone. The Bruins up to 25 shots. The Canadiens 19. Not too many here in the third period. Carpenter was out. McPhee and Courtnall. Dufresne and Daigneault. Christian works it out. Oh, he goes back again and is checked, but able to get the puck again. Up now to Galley, now to Burridge. Burridge slides it for Poulin. The shot blocked by Roy. Good hard low drive by Poulin. Bid for his second goal of the game. Indeed, Poulin holding in the corner, trying to put it in front. Check. Christian checks. Poulin on the corner. Loses now, and Gilchrist starts it away. A lead into center ice to Courtnall. Courtnall over the line. Drops it off for Daigneault. Daigneault goes deep. Puts it near the net, behind the net. Up fought for, tied up at a faceoff in the Boston zone. The Bruins have done well in faceoffs, and they will take them in their zone, although it's always dangerous late in the game. 3:49 left here in period number 3. 1-0 Boston. A power play goal by Dave Poulin on the 7th power play for Boston. They're 1 for 7. The Canadiens are 0 for 5.
Bernie Nichols has the hat trick as the Rangers appear to have a comfortable lead. To wrap up game number 1 of the Patrick Division Finals. The winners of the Patrick will face the winner of this series. The Wales Conference Championship, and a lot of hockey to be played in both series before we get to the next round.
For the Canadiens, Pat Burns going with some checkers out there. Keane and Walter. Corson, of course, is a scorer. And Desjardins, the 20-year-old defenseman, along with Ludwig there. The Canadiens have Chelios back in action. At kind of limited action in this period. Poulin going to foul it up. Check it. Gilchrist keeps it in. Corson checked by Poulin. They battle. Keane goes in. He's checked by Bork. They battle. Poulin there. Keane. Nobody can get a handle to it. And behind the net now, Poulin does. Drops it off for Raymond Bork. A very heady play. And a clear out goes to Christian. Christian rushes alone right now. Picks up Burridge and drops it in the Canadian zone. Burridge fighting for it. Taken down. Gilchrist starts out. 3:10 left. Third period. 1-0 Boston. Gilchrist loses it. And a quick clear out by Don Sweeney. Back comes Corson. Shot blocked. Bounces to Burridge. In the center ice, Christian can't collect it. Corson winding up. Corson, big strides, power skater. Over the line, he's stopped. Over on the boards, Don Sweeney gets it out to Burridge. Burridge gets it to center ice. And Gould over the line, fires. Saved by Roy. Bob Gould might be the top shot maker for Boston. 2:35 left, third period, 1-0 Boston. Bruins forecheck mightily. A long pass, Galley back for it. Walter trying to move in. Galley around. Not out. Now it's knocked away by Propp. Lefebvre with Gould after him. Gives it off on the right. In the center ice, Chelios to Walter. Walter drops it for Skrudland. Misfired. Went wide. Don Sweeney gets it up for Carpenter. Carpenter away to center ice. Now Propp over the line. Propp drops it for Gould. Gould, a shot. Propp is hammered down. The Canadians break it out. Carpenter trying to come back. Richer gets it over the line and loses to Peterson. Peterson now to Gould. Gould drops it in. Boston changes up. 1:45 left. Third period. 1-0 Boston. You can hear the fans. In the center ice, Courtnall. Pass across. Goes for Corson. A shot and a save by Andy Moog. And the quickest whistle you ever heard.
Hey, was that ever?
Hellemon. Moog had dropped it off to Carter. And that can be a factor, a face-off in the Boston end. As Moog made the save, the total shots, 28 Boston, 24 the Canadians.
Al, you got to blow this whistle. There's traffic in front of Moog. Right here, it's a wrist shot. Too many people coming at him. He's on his knees right there, going to blow the whistle.
Roy stays in the nets. 1:33 left, third period. Boston leading 1-0. The only score of the game by Dave Poulin. Shot fired in by Ray Bork, a rebound. They credit Christian and Burridge with the assist. Dave Poulin the scorer. And for Dave Poulin, his fifth in the series. 4 against Hartford. Smith is out. McPhee and Corson. Dufresne. And Daigneault. Something thrown on the ice, delaying things, and a breather for Boston. As Mike Milbury, Neely confers with Moog. Mike Milbury has Carpenter out there. Neely.
Both Carpenter and Smith have had a good night on draws.
And John Carter is the other forward. Smith, Carpenter. A battle for it. Glove. Over on the boards. Smith. Checked by Carpenter. Back at the point. Kept in. Carter trying to knock it away. Bork trying to clear it. Bork up for Carter, and it's cleared out softly enough so that it doesn't make the goal line and icing. 1:14 left. Neely down the forecheck. Roy stays in the net. Neely fell down. He's back up. But away in the center ice comes Daigneault. Fires in the corner. Deadened by Moog. Wesley gets it to Bork. Around the boards. Neely trying to clear it out. Can't. Roy is out of the net. Back foot Raymond Bork. Clears it around the boards and out. 50 seconds left. Here comes Carter. Open net. Scores! John Carter. No goal, says Van Hellemon. And he had blown the whistle.
He's calling a penalty. A possible penalty. A high stick on Daigneault.
48 seconds left. Daigneault was down. Carter put it in the empty net. Van Hellemon had blown the whistle.
Right there, Carter clips him. No one's called it. His arm still isn't up. Now that he's down, he blows it.
And the Bruins will be shorthanded. The faceoff will be in the neutral zone. and the Canadiens get their 6th power play. John Carter to the penalty box with 48 seconds left. In the 3rd period, Boston leading 1-0.
Well, it doesn't get any more exciting than this. You do have the advantage of shooting this puck down the ice. Should you get anybody gets their stick on it, it will not be a cute play. It'll be a power shot. John Carter, they're both going to be curling together right here. He goes to lift his stick up. He misses the stick. Just clips him. And Daniel acts like he got shot with a gun.
That might have been called by the linesman, who was certainly in the best position.
I watched Van Hellemond wait. He watched it all. Then when he saw Daniel go down, he called it.
It is a 2-minute penalty on John Carter. And you have an idea how well John Carter has played, not only in the Hartford series, but this game, when Mike Milbury had him out there at left wing, with Carpenter at center and Neely on the right wing, and the game on the line with a face-off in the Boston zone. Pat Burns wants 5 minutes, apparently.
Well, he wants it, should they tie it, go into overtime.
He's looking at the clock, 48 seconds left. Van Hellemond was the referee in the Minnesota-Chicago game, and he called a 5-minute major on Keith Brown out of the game for cutting a Minnesota player. And
then
2 minutes later, he called Dennis Savard and was calling him for just 2 minutes, but apparently was overruled by the linesman. Now Boston shorthanded. Rowas goes back in the net because the faceoff is just outside the Montreal line. 1-0 Boston, 48 seconds left in regulation. Wesley and Bourque, Poulin and Burridge. The Canadiens will take Roy out if they can establish something in the Boston end. And a lot of delays as Poulin now is talking with Barney. Corson, McPhee, Smith, big guys out there. Chelios and Daigneault. Chelios forced back. Daigneault winding up. 40 seconds left. And Roy heads out. Pass away to Smith. Smith collects over the line. Bourque, Sprawl couldn't get it. Back for it is Wesley. Wesley takes the hit. Trying to jam it up. McPhee gets it away. Quick shot. Corson deflected over the net. Kept in by Smith. Back for Daigneault. Daigneault. Back for Richer. Now in deep for Chelios, rather. Chelios puts it near the net. Block. 15 seconds left. Fought for behind the net. Bruins, 3 of them there. Poulin on the boards. Trying to tie it up. Hauled down. Fights for it. Can't get the face off. The Bruins win it. The puck is cleared out. Somehow Poulin cleared it out. They surround Andy Moog. A shutout.
Dave Poulin might have gloved that out. What a great play. A hard-fought victory, to be sure. Boston Bruins, a lot of composure in the last 30 minutes. Montreal outshot 28-20 by Boston. A very, very big win by the Boston Bruins.
Pat Burns annoyed. And the Bruins with an impressive start, particularly, as Derek said, the last 30 minutes. They were outshot for the first half of the game, 13-6. Did not get on track, but once they did, they dug in and carried the play. And Andy Moog, 2 zeros there. The Bruins would like one more on Saturday night, right?
I guess they would. Moog and Poulin, excellent game. Carter. Wesley
Boston 8, Montreal 5. That's the story of the game there. 5 shots for the Canadiens. They had 2 more power plays, and this last one, of course, just 48 seconds because that's all that was left in regulation. You are right, I'm sure Dave Poulin threw that puck out of there. I mean, directed it out, gloved it out.
Whether he could get a stick on it or not, he was down on the boards to the left. Next thing you know, the puck's in center ice. Must have been.
1-0, Boston the winner in game number 1. And we'll have the recap in a minute.
Andy Moog Moog, without question, the man of the night for the Bruins. He had come in with the goals against for the playoffs of 1.98, and that, of course, will drop some as a result of the shutout tonight. And he's standing by with Dave Shea down at Boston Garden. David?
All right, Tom, shutouts are not easy to come by. You'd think they'd be easier in the postseason because defense seems to be the theme, but this is number one in Stanley Cup play for Andy Moog, and I know you don't care as much about the shutout as you do the W.
Well, if it takes a shutout to get a win, we'll definitely have to get one. That's all there is to it. I was fortunate tonight. We got a few lucky bounces, and again, some tremendous penalty killing and a key goal on the power play. Vintage Bruin game.
What were your thoughts late in the hockey game as you knew Montreal was going to try to open it up a little bit? They had to press.
Well, I was hoping maybe for a couple shots just to keep a feel, but the guys didn't give them a shot. I mean, I don't think they had 4 or 5 shots in the last 10 minutes. And when a team's pressing to get back in the game, you know, they're going to try and open up and create some more offense. And we just played smothering defense tonight. Really, you know, a pat in the back to the defensemen. They checked extremely well tonight.
Well, you were razor sharp against Hartford throughout the series, but especially Game 7, Andy. And you picked up right where you left off. Guy Carboneau made a steal and broke in on you early in the hockey game.
Yeah, Guy, he stole the puck killing penalty as usual. He's always very crafty with this. And I think what happened, once he got the puck, I think it was near the end of his shift, and he just ran out of steam. And he just elected to shoot from out there, and I just got out on top of the crease, and I thought it might have squirted by me, and I was looking back there, but I kept it in me. And I think I was fortunate in that instance that he was a little bit tired, and he couldn't drive to the net like he might have wanted to if he was fresh.
Mike McPhee has a reputation of being a Bruin killer. He always seems to save his best to this hockey club, and he made a steal off of a Don Sweeney clear and darn near beat you, but you came up big again.
That was just a case of McPhee just taking a little bit too long to make his play. He steps across and steals a puck here, and he's in a pretty good shooting position, but he likes to try and get in closer, and Gary Galley comes across and makes a play right there. He actually blocked the puck with his dragging leg, and you know, I think I might have got something of it, but thank God Gary was there.
Of course, the guy that everybody worries wearing red is Stéphane Richer, and he can bring a shot. He brought one that your buddy to your left helped you out with.
Yeah, I got a break there. If that had been a little inside, we would have still been playing right now, but that's the breaks of the game, and I seem to have them going my way tonight, and we'll take that one because they all balance out.
Here it comes.
Oh yeah, here it is. He just one times it from the dot, and boom, it's off the post, and that I guess it's Skrudlin. He was moving too quickly to stop and fire it, so he one timed it, and I was able to put my toe out there and knock it away. But if that had gone in, we'd probably still be playing right now.
Do you feel, Andy, going back from the start of the regular season to this point, you're playing your best hockey right now?
Well, I think that I'm probably as intense as I have been all season long, and I guess maybe it's playoffs that does that to you. And I'm just trying to stay up for every game, and between games just trying to relax and stay calm and keep a level head. And it's been successful to now. I just hope we keep it going.
All right, Andy. Thanks for coming on. Congratulations.
You bet, Dave.
Andy Moog with his first career playoff shutout, Tommy.
All right, David, and that drops his postseason goals against average to 1.93. Moog 5-2 now for the postseason. We'll switch back to Boston Garden one more time because we want to get some final words from Fred Cusick and Derek Sanderson on this first game of the Adams Division Finals. And later on tonight's replay, get you final update on the Rangers Caps, their first game in the Patrick Division from Madison Square Garden. You're watching Boston Bruins hockey on your New England Sports Network.
This is Ray Borg. The Boston Bruins are strong supporters of Horizons for Youth, a nonprofit organization that provides special outdoor education and camping programs for needy children, helping them build the self-esteem necessary to lead productive lives. Help Horizons for Youth give a disadvantaged kid a chance for a bright future.
Some guests on NESN's Bruins Hockey receive a gift from Polaroid. When you want to describe it, explain it, fit it, or say it in an instant, nothing works like Polaroid. Or a gift from Panasonic. See the all-star lineup of Panasonic personal stereos. So lightweight and compact, you can take them almost anywhere you go. Panasonic, just slightly ahead of our time. Well, game one of 4 different division championship series are done now. 1-0 Bruins over Montreal, 7-3 Rangers over the Caps tonight. Last night, St. Louis 4-3 over Chicago, and Edmonton 7-0 over Los Angeles. Boston Garden once more, Fred Cusick and Derek Sanderson.
Well, the name of the game is defense, and this was a marvelous Stanley Cup playoff game. Montreal and Boston, as expected. Name of the game is goaltending, spectacular goaltending at both ends, and defense. I go to Raymond Bourque. I'm guessing maybe he was 80% of his physical capability, but at 80%, he is still the best defenseman in the National Hockey League.
And if he's the best in the National Hockey League, that'll make him the best in the world at this point. Ray Bourque is just playing so... You know, he's very adept at reading plays. He understands the game real well. The forwards are coming at him. He times things. He picks plays off. Just playing phenomenal hockey. When he gets a chance taking the corner, I mean, he takes you. And you know you've been taken. And then he gets the puck, makes the play out. And we're getting used to that. And he was helped with a solid defensive core with Galley and Wesley. Some excellent defensive work by them. And the whole defensive crew played well. I think, and the forwards came back deep, especially the centerman worked the corners well. I think Montreal had been eliminated a lot of opportunities.
And to put it gently, Montreal played a really mean game, particularly in the first half, and gave Boston 7 power plays. That destroyed their tempo and flow.
They play very chippy, Montreal. They never used to. I mean, their heritage, more or less, is just hard work and disciplined play. But they're getting chippy, and I think that's a little bit of frustration and a lack of confidence. This is a big game for the Bruins. This will give them the confidence they need to open it up. They did come out a little hesitant, a little tentative maybe. You could have maybe explained it as patient, but however, Montreal was getting the opportunities early, and then the Bruins just wrestled it away from them, stayed out of the box pretty well. An excellent hockey game by Boston.
Andy Moog the shutout, Dave Poulin the score, Boston the victory. 1-0 for Boston. Here's Tom.
Fred, Derek, thank you. Game one of this best-of-7 series in the Adams Division title series is done. The final score, 1-0, Bruins over the Canadiens. Bruins lead the series 1-0. Rangers and Caps had their first one tonight as well at Madison Square Garden. We'll check it out next on your New England Sports Network. So the leaders after one game now of the division finals around the National Hockey League, St. Louis and Edmonton out in the west, New York, and the Bruins here in the east, because the Rangers won their game at Madison Square Garden tonight against the Washington Caps. 4-3 is the score as we pick up the action. The Rangers had led at one point 3-0, but the Caps had made it a one-goal game. But right there, Bernie Nichols scores unassisted with his 5th goal of the playoffs on a breakaway, far side, low on Mike Liut. And another one made it 6-3, and there is Nichols again as he bangs home a power play goal, a Gartner tip for his 3rd goal of the game, 22nd playoff goal, and the Rangers pick up the victory. The final score is 7-3. The Rangers over the Washington Caps and a 1-game lead in that series. The Bruins out shooting the Montreal Canadiens by a margin of 28-20 tonight. It was Montreal 9-5 in the first period rather. The Bruins really picked it up in the second period, and actually over just the final few minutes of the second period, they ended up with a shots on goal advantage 15-6, which indicates a second period domination, but that was really just a very short period in the second. And then the Bruins out shooting Montreal again in the third period, 8-5. Bruins were 1 for 7 on power play attempts, and the Montreal Canadiens were 0 for 5. The two teams, Boston and Montreal, have met 24 times in the postseason over the history of the National Hockey League. Montreal has won 21 out of those 24. Montreal, of course, coming to Boston for this series, wanting to win 1 out of the first 2 games. They can still do that with the second game on Saturday night at Boston Garden. Once again, tonight's final from the Garden, Boston Bruins 1 and the Montreal Canadiens 0. Be with us Saturday afternoon at 2:30 when the Red Sox travel to County Stadium in Milwaukee to face the Milwaukee Brewers. I'll have Red Sox Digest 30 minutes prior to game time at 2 o'clock. Sox and Brewers, that's Saturday at 2:30 on NESN. And on Saturday night, the Bruins continue on what they hope will be the road to the Stanley Cup. Game time Saturday night is 7 o'clock, so I'll have Bruins Digest for you to set the stage at 6:30. Game 2, the Adams Division Finals with the Montreal Canadiens, 7 o'clock, Saturday night on NESN. This has been a presentation of the New England Sports Network, your ticket to Boston Bruins hockey.